Hello and welcome. This is Elmhurst Field on the campus of Elmhurst College, and you are watching Blue Jay football on BlueJayTV.com. Today, the Elmhurst College Blue Jays play host to the North Central College Cardinals. North Central dominated the series for many, many years, and this year, after the Blue Jays loss against Millikin, they have indeed clinched the third spot in the CCIW, and North Central clinched at the second spot. But after today's contest will actually determine who finishes second in the CCIW. And Blue Jays, coached by Ron Plans, have won the toss and elected to receive today. So they will receive. Tyler Smith and Stephen Ritter will be deep for the Blue Jays. And this is a very important game for North Central. It is the final game of head coach's John Thorne's career in the regular season. Of course, North Central still vying for an at-large berth to the NCAA playoffs, as North Central fell in the Battle of the Little Brass Bell to Wheaton, and so Wheaton, undefeated in the conference, has clinched the CCIW's automatic berth into the NCAA tournament, but North Central still looking for that at-large berth, and a win today is crucial for them if they want to clinch that at-large berth. Dom Zavalia with the run-up and the kick from left to right. We are underway here at Elmhurst Field. It'll be Smith taking it from the goal line. Smith trying to cut to the near side. He gets around one tackler and is stopped short of the 15-yard line. Many Cardinals in on the play, including Chris Cajon, number 45. And the Blue Jay offense will head onto the field, led by the 5'11", 195-pound senior quarterback on senior day, Joe Camilleri from Sugar Grove, Illinois, and Canelan High School. A 127 quarterback efficiency this year, 58% completion percentage, 1,689 yards, 12 touchdowns, and 6 interceptions. He ready to take the snap with two running backs, one on either side. One of them, Josh Williams, is to his right. Two receivers to the far side, one receiver to the near side. Camilleri with the keeper. He pulls it out of Williams' belly, heading towards the right side for a gain of about 5 on the play to the 20-yard line.
Camilleri with the keeper brings it out to the 20-yard line. 5-yard pickup, second down and 5.
So it'll be second down and 5. Our Elmhurst's own 20-yard line. In special teams, as we saw, just a 15-yard return by Tyler Smith. It's going to be something to watch out for, as the Blue Jays, one of the worst teams in the CCIW in special teams play. Third in total offense, though, as Camilleri has one back to his right. It's Williams. Two receivers on either side. Now the tight end, Claxton, goes in motion towards the left. Camilleri takes a snap. He's back to pass. Throws over the middle. The ball is deflected. It's hanging up in the air for seems like an eternity.
Camilleri's pass deflected at the line of scrimmage, incomplete.
Monterrubio is in the area, almost able to make the interception, trying to slide, but could not do so. It'll be a key third down for the Blue Jays, third down and 5 from their own 20. North Central's defense comes in as the number 2 scoring defense in the conference, giving up 21.3 points per game. The Blue Jays, one of the keys to the game, the head coach Ron Plans told me yesterday, is time of possession, and Blue Jays are actually number 1 in all of Division III in time of possession. 36 minutes and 17 seconds of time of possession in each game this year. Camilleri takes the snap, one-step drop, now he's going to run it. Tucking and running up the middle, he's going to dive close to the first down marker. The spot looks like he's about a half-yard short.
Camilleri on the quarterback keeper
spots the ball, and it looks like it
brings it to the 24-yard line. It'll be fourth down and 1.
And the punting unit is coming out. It's going to be Brett Bayer who will do the punting. So on 4th and inches, from deep in their own territory, Elmhurst and the coaching staff electing to punt. Justin Sturzma, and the punt is blocked, but it's picked up by Claxton, and Claxton is going to run forward with it. The punt was blocked by North Central, but then all of a sudden Garrett Claxton found it in his arms. He advances the ball forward, and that is one of the most unorthodox first downs you will ever see.
Recovered by Garrett Claxon.
So wow is right on this one as a first down for the Blue Jays. As the punt was blocked, but the ball went straight up into the air and straight in the hands of Garrett Claxon, who was able to advance it forward.
Claxon brings it all the way to the 42-yard line.
It's all the way to the Blue Jay 42.
First and 10 for the Blue Jays.
So a first down and 10 and a huge break for Elmhurst. Something that you'd think with the way this series has gone before, they're going to need a couple of those breaks, but here's the first one. And the offense will stay on the field. Give you the starters in just a minute. Camilleri from the shotgun. Williams to his left, two receivers to either side. Camilleri takes the snap, pulls it out of the belly of Williams, looks to throw. Looking to the far side, it's Bowers. Bowers cutting towards the inside.
Camilleri's pass is complete to number 4, Adam Bowers.
6-yard gain for
Bowers is tackled at the 49-yard line.
Bowers and the completion
gain of
Camilleri.
7. Second down, 3 yards to go.
Starters today for the Blue Jays on offense. On the line, C.J. Barnes, Adam Rathman, number 64, Drake Hoffman, number 79, Danny McHale, number 75, and C.J. and Logan Mosier, check that as the right tackle. Skill players, Caleb Miller as a receiver, Adam Bowers the receiver, Camilleri the quarterback, Claxon the tight end, Brewer the split back, and Williams was behind Camilleri on this play in the backfield. Williams straight up the middle. Williams powers forward.
Josh Williams, the ball carrier for Elmhurst. He takes it to the 46 of North Central, and a Blue Jay first down.
First down and 10, Blue Jays in North Central territory at the 46-yard line. North Central defense, they run a 4-3, 4 on the line. Right now they have 3 down linemen, 3 in the box, including 1 linebacker peeking in towards Camilleri. 2 receivers to Camilleri's right, 1 to his left. Josh Williams, the split back, to the left. Williams will take the misdirection. Williams straight up the middle has a nice hole, and Williams dives forward towards the first down marker. Going to mark him down. He's down at the 36-yard line. It's going to be second down and inches for the Blue Jays in a scenario that they certainly want to be in, second down and inches. Lots of open playbook for them here. The Blue Jays coached by Ron Plans. Blue Jays doing a very nice job so far of moving the football, and really they got a huge break to even keep this drive alive. As Garrett Claxon caught a blocked punt and was able to advance it for a first down. So Camilleri now from the pistol with Williams behind him. With now just ticking about 11 minutes to go. He's going to look to the far side. Wide open is Garrett Claxon. Claxon cutting towards the inside, able to gain a couple extra yards. It's a first down for the Blue Jays all the way down to the North Central 25. Claxon, the leading receiver for the Blue Jays. It's his 43rd reception of the year. 391 yards and 3 touchdowns. Him and Kalen Miller are the 2 big receivers for the Blue Jays, and Miller is more of the big play threat. Claxon, more of Joe Camilleri's favorite outlet. And Camilleri has loved to have Claxon sitting in the middle of the field and ready to take those short passes. So here's Camilleri from the gun. Lesky comes in motion to the left. It's going to be Williams on a sweep to the left. Williams powering forward, has a hole, and is able to gain. That's gain of 6 on the play. Bring up check that 2nd and 4. Blue Jays continuing to keep the clock running. Remember, they do lead all of Division III in time of possession, 36 minutes and 17 seconds per game. So it'll be 2nd and 4 for the Blue Jays. The snap will come with just under 10 minutes to play in this first quarter. Impressive for the Blue Jays on offense since the blocked punt fiasco that continued the drive. 3 receivers to the far side. One of them in the slot is Claxon. Williams to Camilleri's left. It's going to be Williams with the give up the middle, but North Central stuffs it well.
Josh Williams, the ball carrier.
Lots of players swarming towards the football. Defensive end Egan was there. And the Blue Jays will have 3rd and 3. Another huge 3rd down for the Blue Jays early in this game. trying to pull the upset here at home against the North Central Cardinals. Come into this game ranked 18th in the nation. Bowers split wide, Miller in the slot to the left. Leski to Camilleri's left, Williams behind him, another receiver to the far side. Camilleri fakes the handoff, tries to run for the first down forward, and is going to be stuffed short. I don't know if he got a yard, maybe a half yard, but either way it'll be 4th and 2 or 3. 4th down, and the Blue Jays will send out a field goal kicking unit.
It'll bring up 4th down, 3 yards.
Out of the hold of Tom Fanuc and Brett Bayer. Bayer, 5 for 8 on the year, ready to take this attempt. With 8:17 on the clock, snap is down, hold is good, kick is low, and it is good. That was a straight line drive. I'm surprised it got over all of the North Central hands that were in the air, but it did. Continued straight through, and the Blue Jays are on the board first. It's 3-0.
8:11 left to play here in the first quarter. Elmhurst 3 and
8:11 left to play. Elmhurst on the board first with a field goal. Brett Bayer from 29 yards out. And a drive that was helped by one of the craziest plays you'll probably see in a football game, and that being a blocked punt that Garrett Claxon was able to catch and advance for a first down. It was 4th and inches from deep inside Blue Jay territory. Punt blocked and advanced forward by Claxon for a first down, and that kept the drive alive. The Blue Jays able to put 3 on the board here early.
Number 5,
the underdogs against the number 18 ranked North Central Cardinals. So it'll be Brett Bayer to kick off for the Blue Jays from right to left with 8:11 to go in this first quarter, excuse me. Back deep for North Central, John Skokna, number 14. Brandon Kibbe, number 4. Raiders run up, and the kick is a short one. They keep it away from the return men for North Central. Advancing it forward was Stephen Dinoff. And Dinoff takes it to the Elmhurst 31, and that's where North Central will start the drive.
The kickoff for
North Central offense led by quarterback Dylan Warden. Warden, 62.7 completion percentage on the season, number 1 in the conference in quarterback efficiency at 185. 1,529 yards, 22 touchdowns, and 7 interceptions on the season. Got 169 passing yards per game as this North Central offense, number 1 rushing offense in the conference. Warden from the shotgun will hand off. It's Brown up the middle. And O'Shane Brown lunges forward for 4.
The ball carrier.
Other starters, O'Shane Brown is a running back. Ryan Kuhl, wide receiver. Peter Sorensen, also a wide receiver.
He brings
Marco
it to the 36-yard line. Second down, receiver. 7 yards to go for the Cardinals.
Colton Kuzninski is the tight end. Those are the skill players for North Central as we're ready for the snap from the pistol. Warden hands off once again to Brown up the middle. Brown sidestepping to his left. Brown has a hole. Brown has a hole down the far sideline. Valdez Honorable's going to try to cut him off, and is he going to keep him in bounds? Yes, he just pushes him out of bounds, barely.
O'Shane Brown, the ball carrier.
A huge gain for North Central. Pushed out of bounds by Honorable of the Blue Jays. And North Central off and running their rushing offense, the number 1 rushing offense in the conference, 227 yards per game, showing it there as Brown was able to step outside.
It'll be 1st and 10 for the Cardinals at the 25.
So with 7:19 to go and the clock running. Snapping the fake on the end around, up the middle goes Warden. Warden picks up 7. It's going to be 2nd and 3 for North Central, already driving inside the red zone. And the red zone matchup one that certainly does not favor the Blue Jays. Number one red zone offense in the conference is North Central at 95. 95% of the time they score. As for Elmhurst, facing teams in the red zone, 87% of the time teams score against the Blue Jays when they reach the red zone. 2nd and 3 with 6:40 remaining in the first quarter. In motion goes the tight end. Warden back to throw. Plenty of time. Looks over the middle for his tight end. Just overshoots him. Incomplete.
Warden's pass is incomplete. Matt
Randolph was the intended receiver. Randolph, 6'1", 215-pound running back listed as, but was playing from the tight end position on that one. Couple of new players come in for North Central on 3rd and 3. Huge 3rd down for the Blue Jays. Trying to limit North Central to a field goal attempt. Interesting matchup on the near side. If you're looking, Peter Sorensen, number 9, is a wide receiver. He's 6'5", 204, and the favorite target of the quarterback, Warden. Snap comes to Warden. He's looking to his left, throwing to the left, looking for Brown, and it's incomplete.
Warden's pass is incomplete.
Check that was DeMarco Tillman on the far side, the receiver, and the pass is incomplete. And on comes the field goal unit. Great stop for the Blue Jays there, forcing North Central into just a field goal attempt. It'll be a 35-yard attempt
Dom Zavalia
by Dom Zavalia.
Will attempt a 35-yard field goal attempt.
Snap is good, hold is down, and the kick, end over end, is good.
Field goal is good. So with 6:19 remaining in the opening quarter, Elmhurst 3, North Central 3.
So the score is tied at 3. North Central and Elmhurst both converting on field goals. North Central and Elmhurst both converting on field goals on their first possession. As we mentioned in the opening, this is going to be the final regular season game for North Central head coach John Thorne. Thorne, a legend not only in D3, but also at North Central, not only in North Central, not only in the CCIW, but also in all of D3. Thorne's mark after 12 seasons at North Central is 110-28 overall, 70-14 in the CCIW. Thorne's North Central's all-time leader in coaching victories and winning percentage, 797, winning almost 80% of his games while at North Central. 7th among active coaches at the Division III level in win percentage.
For the Cardinals.
So the legendary coach John Thorne, his last regular season game of his career, and assuming North Central wins this one, perhaps some playoff games to come after this. High end over end.
Ritter returns it back to the 18-yard line, and that's where the Blue Jays will take over 1st and 10.
The Elmhurst offense back on the field after getting a break the first time around. Able to convert that break into a field goal by Brett Bayer. Offense back onto the field. Josh Williams, number 1 rusher in the CCIW, is now split off to the left. Kalen Miller is outside of him. It's 5 receivers. Camilleri from the short shotgun. Takes the snap, looks towards his right. It's going to be a screen to Claxon. Claxon on the far side, trying to make a couple man miss. But he's going to be swallowed up there.
Camilleri's pass is complete.
Jordan Dean, senior from Elgin, in on the tackle. As well as Kevin Schroeder, number 3. Both of them the first ones to meet meet Claxon. Check that on the far side. Camilleri running some no huddle here. Again, 5 receivers. Williams and Miller this time split off to the right. It's the same formation but flipped. Camilleri on 2nd and 4. Looking for Claxon once again, and he finds him. Claxon for the first down into the Elmhurst 31-yard line. First down for the Blue Jays with about 5:30 remaining once this clock moves. The snap will come at about 5:25 for the Blue Jays. And once again, 5 receivers. Camilleri running the no huddle. Something that talking to head coach Ron Plans yesterday, they're going to throw a lot of different looks at this North Central defense. Camilleri will tuck and run. Camilleri has a hole up the middle. Running, he's going to get hit hard by a couple of North Central players.
Will run the ball to the 40-yard line. He'll pick up 9 yards on the play.
Peter Mann was there, as was Schroeder and a couple other North Central defenders. But a gain of 9 for the Blue Jays and a nice design run for Camilleri there as they spread out the North Central defense and find a hole up the middle. 5 senior offensive linemen on this Blue Jay offensive line, and it's really been a key for their rushing offense, which is one of the better rushing offenses in the CCIW, mainly because of the man Josh Williams, who's standing behind Camilleri in the pistol. 3 receivers to the far side. One of them is a tight end, Claxon. Bowers is to the near side. And Camilleri pulls it out of the belly late. So read option to the right, and Camilleri is able to gain just a couple of yards, but that's a first down for the Blue Jays. Another first down.
And a Blue Jay first down
for Elmhurst. You're ticking under 4.5 minutes remaining in this first quarter. Blue Jay offense has done well to keep the ball moving. Partenheimer is the lone receiver, split off towards Camilleri's left in the near side. Tyler Smith and Adam Bowers to the far side. No Kalen Miller in on this play. Josh Williams is the lone back. Camilleri using a hard count, scouting the North Central defense, and takes the snap. Hands off to Williams towards the right. Williams has a hole. Williams trying to get to the outside will get the first down. A gain of 11 for Josh Williams as he has done a great job of
he picks up 11 yards
facing this #1 ranked North Central defense. #1 rush defense in the conference is North Central. They only give up 116 yards per game. And even though they only give up 116 yards per game, the Blue Jays at the 340 mark in the first quarter already have 11 rushes for 71 yards. Blue Jays really showing their physicality. This experience-laden offensive line is doing wonders blocking for this Blue Jay rushing attack. Handoff is to Williams, but that's going to go nowhere.
Josh Williams, the ball carrier.
Nice play by Brian Wilson, the defensive linebacker.
Wilson. Loss of 2.
Wilson, his 4th tackle for loss on the season.
Second down and
puts the Blue Jays behind the chains.
From the 48.
2nd and 12 from the North Central 48-yard line. Camilleri and the Blue Jays slowing down the offense. They ran hurry up on their side of the field, now deciding to huddle. It's going to be 5 receivers again. Don't be surprised if you see the no huddle after this play, as this is how they ran it last time with 5 receivers. Camilleri takes a snap, now is looking to run. Straight up the middle, Camilleri is going to gain about 5. It's going to be 3rd and 7 for the Blue Jays, their longest third down of the game.
To the 43-yard line of North Central. Brings up 3rd down and 7.
Not a lot of options if you're the Blue Jay coaching staff. Probably have to go pass here. You have been running successfully. The time of possession is heavily favored the Blue Jays in this first quarter. Camilleri on 3rd and 7, out of the pistol as Williams behind him. 3 receivers, Claxon the slot in to the left. Miller, the lone receiver, on the right. Camilleri out of the pistol, takes 2 steps back. Stepping up in the pocket, throws for Claxon. Claxon makes one guy miss. Did he get the first down? No, it seems short. Claxon did well to make one guy miss, but North Central was all over it, bringing multiple guys to the ball. Zergable was in, the strong safety. And it's going to be 4th and maybe a full yard, maybe a yard and a half. Camilleri is under center for the first time in this game, running the hurry up. Camilleri perhaps trying to draw them offside. We'll see if they actually snap the ball here. 4th and 1 from the North Central 38. Camilleri does snap. It's a pitch to Williams, and Williams has a huge hold to the far side. Williams to the 30, Williams to the 25, and he's spun out of bounds. Josh Williams converts the Blue Jays' 4th down. Elmhurst for the first down. Boy, that's a gutsy call from the coaching staff. I've been watching this team all season. I don't think I've seen them run a pitch once.
1st and 10, Blue Jays from the 23.
Camilleri usually out of the pistol. That time under center, trying to bait the North Central defense into thinking it's all coming up the middle on a sneak, and instead the pitch goes to Josh Williams, and it's a first down for Elmhurst. 1st and 10 from the 23, under a minute left in this first quarter. 3 receivers to Camillary's left, 2 to his right. From the pistol. Snap comes, Camillary's going to run up the middle once again. Camilleri with a huge hole up the middle, taken down and cut down by Zergable, the strong safety.
He's going to keep it himself.
And it's going to be a first down for the Blue Jays, a first down run for Camilleri, and
1st and 10,
almost 100 yards in the first quarter for the Blue Jays. They can eclipse 100 yards with a 2-yard rush here. $15 rushes for the Blue Jays, 98 yards in this first half. Remember that North Central gives up 116 yards per game on the season on the ground. It's Camilleri and Williams in the backfield, 2 receivers split to either side. The fake to Williams, play action, looking for Claxon, but Claxon couldn't quite get out of his break before he could find the football.
Garrett Claxon incomplete. 2nd down 10.
Looked like trying to run a little corner route there. He faked to the inside. Camilleri's ball came a little too early for Claxon, who just kind of flew his arm at it. So 2nd and 10 with 10.9 remaining in this first quarter. Probably 2 more plays, maybe 1 if they keep it on the ground or complete a pass. 2 receivers to the near side. It's Bowers and Miller. 2 in the backfield. Lesky to Camilleri's left and Williams behind him. Camilleri from the pistol. Corey Partenheimer is the lone receiver on the far side. Camilleri takes the snap, hands off to Williams towards the left. Williams trying to get the corner. Still running east-west and is going to be swallowed up by a bunch of North Central players.
Josh Williams,
Brian Wilson, the first one to get there. And that'll be the end of the first quarter. A quick first quarter, but one that saw Elmhurst possess for much of it.
North Central and Elmhurst deadlocked at
North
3.
Central and Elmhurst after 1, deadlocked at 3. We'll come back with the second quarter right after this on Blue Jay TV.
The football team would like to invite all Blue Jay football fans to join them after the game at Fitz's Spare Keys, located at 119 North York Street in downtown Elmhurst. This 5th quarter event will be attended by all players and coaches and will start approximately 30 minutes after the end of today's game. We would like to thank Fitz's Spare Keys for their sponsorship of this opportunity and hope to see all of the Blue Jay fans, parents, and supporters at Fitz's Spare Keys right after the game.
Back with the second quarter of action. Luke Tanaka delighted to bring you
facing a 3rd down and 12.
This matchup between the North Central Cardinals and the Elmhurst College Blue Jays. Teams traded field goals. Elmhurst possessed for 13 minutes and 8 seconds in the first quarter, using 2 possessions to do so, as most of North Central's yards have come on just 1 play, a long run by O'Shane Brown. For now, it's Camilleri taking the snap with 5 receivers. Camilleri stepping up in the pocket, looking over the middle. Down goes the receiver Claxon, and there's a flag.
Camilleri's pass is incomplete, intended for Garrett Claxon.
Schroeder had the coverage for North Central. The flag came in as soon as Claxon fell straight to the turf in the end zone. We'll get the call from head referee Dave Wallace.
The defense, number 3. Penalty for the ball to be placed at the yard line, first down.
So the automatic first down, ball will be placed at the 2-yard line. Pass interference on Schroeder, the free safety who is in coverage of Garrett Claxon, the tight end. Kalen Miller still has not been targeted yet in this game. It's been all Claxon as far as receiving goes for the Blue Jays. First and goal from the 2-yard line are the Blue Jays, looking to go up in this game. Tied at 3 currently between the Cardinals and Blue Jays. 2 backs for Camilleri. It's Claxon, tight end, to the right. Williams to his left. to receive it to the near side. Camilleri surveying the defense. Snap, handoff is to, and no, it's a pull, it's a keeper for Camilleri, and it's a touchdown. On the option, Camilleri at the last second pulls the ball out, and pulls the ball out of Josh Williams' belly, and Camilleri runs for his 9th touchdown of the season. Just a great decision by Joe Camilleri. Seeing the defense swarming towards Williams, pulls it right out of the belly, and the Blue Jays have taken a 9-3 lead pending the extra point. Bayer will take it out of the hold of Tom Finucane. Snap is good, hold is down, and the kick is up and good. So the Blue Jays take a 10-3 lead over the favored North Central Cardinals and the 18th ranked North Central Cardinals as the fight song plays at Elmhurst Field. Remember this rushing defense, we're going to keep going back to this. How about 17 rushes for 100 yards for the Blue Jays against a defense that only gives up 116 yards on the ground per game, and we're still only 8 seconds into the second quarter. Williams, the leading rusher in the conference this year, and it's not close. O'Shane Brown is the next closest. Williams averaging 132 yards per game. Brown averaging 87. Williams, 8 carries, 46 yards. And that Josh Williams and all attention he draws opens it up for Joe Camilleri, who has 8 rushes, 37 yards, and a touchdown. Claxon has the official rushing play, although it has rushing yards, although it wasn't a run play. It was a blocked punt that he was able to receive, essentially, but behind the line of scrimmage and then advance forward for a Blue Jay first down. Camilleri is 5 of 7 for 38 yards through the air. Done a great job of managing, making good throws. And now Brett Bayer will boot it back to North Central. It's a line drive. Bouncing, and all the way back into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Boy, it was misplayed there by Alex Ulmer, the wide receiver, and he was lucky. Lucky that it didn't stay in the field of play, instead rolling into the end zone, but we do have a flag on the play. We'll get the call from Dave Wallace, the head referee. I suppose after a little bit of chat, here comes the call.
After the play, personal foul on the kicking team, number 47, 15-yard penalty, first down.
It's going to be a personal foul on the Blue Jays, and so that's going to give North Central much better field position. They'll walk it off 15 yards from the 20. Check that, it's from the spot of the foul. So the foul occurred at the 25.
After the Blue Jay foul, it'll be 1st and 10 Cardinals from their own 40-yard line.
So it will be a touchback, 25, and then all the way up to the 40. So North Central, regardless of how that was played out, will start this possession from the 40-yard line. Low snap for Warden. He's just going to try to take it on a broken play, and he's going to be tackled shy of the line of scrimmage.
At the 38-yard line, it'll be a loss of 2. Fans, just a reminder that the concession stand is located.
Chris Reed, the defensive end, and the senior.
The men's basketball team is operating grills, cooking up burgers, hot dogs.
Was on the stop. Another tackle for loss for him, and it sets up North Central behind the change. 2nd and 12. Taking under 14.5 minutes to play in this first half. It's the option to the right. Warden pitches to Brown. There's a flag on the play. Brown trying to lunge forward. Instead will get stuffed at the line of scrimmage, but there is a flag. We'll see what it is.
Ball carrier, gain of 1. There is a flag on the play.
So it would be 3rd and 10 if they decline it. We'll see what the coaching staff decides to do.
Hold it. Offense, number 68. 10-yard penalty.
They're going to decline the penalty. Joe Farrell was the one who got called for the hold, and so instead of taking second and 21, second and 22, I should say, they'll take third and 12 instead, putting North Central well behind the chains and forcing this passing offense to get going. Remember, North Central, the #1 rushing offense in the conference, #1 total offense in the conference, but they do only average about 167 yards through the air per game. Worden rubbing his hands together to get some warmth. Looking towards the sideline, getting the call from the coaching staff. Look out for the big receiver, Sorensen, on the far side. He's 6'5", and it looks like the Blue Jays are going to double cover him with a safety. Worden takes the snap, looking that way. He's going to get hit as he throws, and is incomplete. Huge hit. Jake Garabedian in on the play, and North Central goes 3 and out.
Pressure by number 56, Jake Garabedian.
Boy, Garabedian came unblocked on a blitz from the near side and just lit up the quarterback, Worden. So Dylan Worden lit up on the play, but he's gets up no problem. Garabedian in on the play, and now North Central will be forced to punt. Zavaglia hits a low line drive punt that the Elmhurst Blue Jays will get away from. Joe Sanfilippo, there was the receiver back to take the kick, and instead he'll just let it go. But now the Blue Jays, leading 10-3, have the ball back once again. Elmhurst took a 10-3 lead on a 2-yard run by Joe Camilleri earlier in this half. Also split a pair of field goals in the first quarter, and the touchdown came on the second play of the second quarter. Camilleri getting the signs from his coaching staff, now runs into the huddle as the Blue Jays will huddle. They ran a little bit of no huddle, one of the first times we've seen that for the Blue Jays this year, trying to throw everything they can at this North Central team in the final game of the year. Camilleri has 2 backs, Claxton and Williams. Miller, Bowers, and Partenheimer are the 3 receivers. Miller in the slot tore it to the near side. The snap, and Camilleri will keep it, and he'll dump it off to Miller. Miller running forward, making people miss, and he's lunging towards the first down, and he's got the first down. Miller's first catch of the day for Kalen Miller goes for 12 yards and a first down for the Blue Jays. That's almost like the triple option. It's an interesting play that the Blue Jays like to run. They'll fake the handoff, and if Camilleri sees it, he'll give the ball off to Josh Williams, or if he doesn't see it, he'll pull it out of the belly, look to run, or just flip a pass to the near side, a screen pass to one of his receivers that time. Their big play threat, Kalen Miller, who the coaching staff raved about when I talked about him. Miller check that as Camilleri once again, handing off to Williams. Defensive line stuffing Williams and taking him down hard for a gain of about a half yard. Be 2nd and 9 from the Elmhurst 40. Kalen Miller, his first year of college football, number 83 for the Blue Jays. And Ron Plains actually recruited him initially when he was at Minnesota State Mankato because he saw his potential, and now he has emerged as a playmaker as Plains has come over to Elmhurst. And with so much focus on Joe Camilleri, Josh Williams in the running game, it opens up the pass game. Kalen Miller, the big play threat, and Garrett Claxton, the always sure-handed tight end, taking the short passes. A 10-3 Blue Jays lead. Taking down under 12:30 to go in this first half. Throwing to the near side, it's Miller. Miller making one man miss, and then taken down by a swarm, pushed out of bounds by a swarm of North Central defenders. Once again, Kalen Miller with the reception. That's 2 on the drive, and another first down for Elmhurst as they hurry up. And this North Central defense has been on the field for a long, long time. Already over 15 minutes of time that this North Central defense has been on the field. North Central only possessed the ball for under 3 minutes of total clock. Camilleri back to throw. Looks fine. Claxton. Claxton getting away from his defender. Claxton all the way up to the North Central 30. Another first down for the Blue Jays. This offense is just rolling. Another tackle. For Zergable, the strong safety. But Claxton is limping off. So that's certainly something to look out for, as Claxton, the leading receiver on the Blue Jays in terms of receptions. He will be attended to by the training staff. 5 receivers once again for Camilleri. Takes a snap, drops back, and starts to go forward. Camilleri's just lunging for a gain of about 7.
Camilleri is going to keep the ball himself as he takes it to the...
Camilleri keeping it himself, and another wrinkle of this offense, this rushing offense, that has done a wonderful job of tearing apart the best rushing defense in the conference so far in the game. 10-3 Elmhurst. Snap will come with about 11:05 to go in the second quarter. 2nd and 5 for Camilleri. 5 receivers, 3 to the near side, 2 to the far side. Camilleri will tuck and run once again, forcing his way forward. And that's going to be a first down for Elmhurst. Another first down for the Blue Jays.
Will pick up 7 yards and another Blue Jays first down.
29 plays, 184 yards for the Blue Jays. 8 plays, 49 yards for North Central. Blue Jays controlling the clock for the better of 17 minutes. And there's still 10 minutes to go in this first half. Trying to keep this North Central defense on the field, and it's exactly what Ron Plains was talking about yesterday, is this is going to be a flag, and it looks like a false start on the Blue Jays. And penalties is something that has killed the Blue Jays the last two games, and their 2 conference losses. We'll get the call from head referee John Wallace.
Full start. On the offense, 83. 5-yard penalty. First down.
Last year, the Blue Jays lost to Milliken.
Brings the ball back to the
Certainly a shock around the CCIW, as Elmhurst came into that game at 4-1, and Ron Plants chalked it up to a hangover loss after losing their first CCIW game of the season to Wheaton College. Plants said he didn't get the team ready to play, and his coaching staff didn't get the team ready to play, and penalties really hurt Elmhurst in that first half. We'll tell you about that in just a second, as Camilleri is ready to take the snap with 5 wide once again. Camilleri looking to throw to his left. It's Josh Williams with the reception, and Williams diving forward on first down and 15.
To number 5, Josh Williams.
And Elmhurst will hurry up once again, but they're subbing back in Claxton, so that'll allow North Central to sub if need be. North Central will keep the same defense on the field, and with 10 minutes to go, it's 3rd down and 5. Check that, it's going to be 2nd down and 5 for the Blue Jays. Camilleri takes the snap and lunging forward, but a nice play.
Camilleri is tackled by number 45, Chris Chacon.
Chris Chacon on the tackle. Nice play by him to limit Camilleri's options, as Camilleri looked like he had a hold to his left, but Chacon was able to make the shoestring tackle and limit Blue Jays to a loss of 1. Brings up 3rd down and 6. 3rd down and 6 for the Blue Jays.
6 yards to go.
As interesting play by the coaching staff. Miller comes off the field. Kalen Miller, leading receiver in terms of receiving yards and touchdowns for the Blue Jays, comes off the field. Camilleri with Williams behind him. Claxton and Tyler Smith in the slot to his right. He takes the snap, looking to his right. Under lots of pressure. Finds Claxton over the middle, but it looks like it's going to be short of the first down and just barely, maybe a yard short.
Pass is complete to number 23.
Boy, Camilleri had all sorts of pressure in his face. Egan, the defensive end, was in on the pressure, as was a couple more North Central players, and now it looks like Elmhurst is going to hurry up and go for it.
4th down, 2 yards to go for the Blue Jays.
4th and 2. From the Elmhurst 10, instead of taking the points with a field goal, looks like Elmhurst is going to go for it, and it'll be a timeout by the Blue Jays.
Timeout, Elmhurst.
Timeout, Blue Jays.
So Elmhurst taking a timeout. Let's check out that Milliken loss I mentioned earlier in this drive, as penalties really hurt Elmhurst in the game last week. They're the least penalized team in the CCIW, just 5 penalties per game and 44.5 yards of penalty yards per game. But first offensive possession they had, Williams had a rush to the Milliken 6, but holding brings it back, and that leads to a punt. Second offensive possession against Milliken last week, 4th and 1 and a false start. Then in the second quarter, Josh Williams once again with a big run, but a personal foul brings it back and leads to a punt. Milliken scored 2 of their 3 touchdowns on the day with the help of a personal foul on each touchdown drive. So the least penalized team in the CCIW really shot themselves in the foot, and that was the Blue Jays last week in a loss to Milliken. So it looks like Elmhurst will indeed go for it. As the offense is back on the field, it's going to be Camilleri under center for the second time today. First time, it was a pitch to Josh Williams that converted their last 4th down. Camilleri taking his time, 6 on the play clock, 5 on the play clock. Takes the snap. It's going to be Camilleri with an option to the right. Camilleri gets hit hard, and the ball is loose. Ball is loose. Ball is loose. Elmhurst says they have it. Elmhurst may have fell on it, and that it looked like Camilleri might have been short on the run, and instead with the fumble, if the Blue Jays did indeed recover this, it would be first down for the Blue Jays.
By rule, it's a 4th down play. Only the guy who fumbles the ball can recover. Let's see if they do it right.
By rule, it must be the guy that fumbled the ball to advance the ball forward on 4th down. So we'll see what the call is. They would need to take it back to the spot of the fumble and then measure from there. I thought Camilleri was short when he got hit initially. That's the rule, but we're going to try to figure that out here on the field. Thanks to our rules official up here in the booth for explaining the scenario, and it's going to be a first down.
Elmhurst has recovered.
It looks like they brought the ball back to the spot of the fumble, and then it was indeed a first down for Camilleri and the Blue Jays. So it's going to be 1st and goal for the Blue Jays from the North Central 8-yard line. That's right, and the head referee just explained it right there. John Wallace and his crew all over it. Nice job by the officiating staff of getting that one right. And so the Blue Jays 1st and goal from the 8-yard line, looking to take an even larger lead over the nationally ranked and heavy favorite North Central. Camilleri has Williams to his left. There's 8-10 and ticking in this first half. 2 receivers to either side for Camilleri. Takes the snap, looking to his right, shuffling his feet, throwing it up to Miller, throwing it up towards Garrett Claxton, and it's incomplete.
Pass is incomplete. Intended receiver number 23, Garrett Claxton.
Boy, Camilleri has all sorts of happy feet in the pocket that time. I think he thought there were defenders converging on him, but I thought he had some time to step into that throw. But instead, he just lofted it up towards Claxton. A smart throw because it's away from where the defender was. So only his receiver could have gotten it, but a little bit behind Claxton. Claxton was unable to make the play. 2nd and goal for the Blue Jays. 10-3 Blue Jays lead. Under 8 minutes to play in this first half. Camilleri in the pistol. 2 receivers to his right, 2 receivers to his left. Williams behind him. Camilleri takes the snap. Hand off to Williams. Williams towards the right side. Williams is in for the score. Josh Williams' 7-yard touchdown run puts the Blue Jays up 16-3 in the first half. 7:54 remaining in the second quarter, and the Blue Jays are on top by 13 pending the extra point. And with that run, the Blue Jays 121 yards on the ground, eclipsing the average for the North Central defense on the season. Out of the hold of Tom Finucane. Snap is good, hold is down, and the extra point is up and good. So with 7:54 remaining in the second quarter, the Blue Jays have taken a 17-3 lead. You gotta imagine they are incredibly fired up on the sideline. This is a result that will send shockwaves around the CCIW if it holds, but we still got a lot of football left to play. Just under 8 minutes to play in this first half. And when I talked to Blue Jay head coach Ron Plans yesterday, it was their key on defense, they said. He had high praise for North Central's offensive coordinator, John Thorne, and his ability to feel out a defense and be able to create plays to atone to whatever the defense is giving him. And what's the counter for that? Obviously use many looks in disguise, but also force many 3-and-outs early in the game so the offensive staff can't figure out what the Blue Jays are trying to do. Keep those big playmakers, Dylan Warden, O'Shane Brown, Peter Sorensen, keep them off the field, and that's exactly what the Blue Jays have done. 3 minutes of possession for the Cardinals, over 19 minutes of possession for the Blue Jays here so far in this first half. The game plan could not have been executed any better so far by the Blue Jays. They got a lot of football left to play. A lot of football left to play. Brett Bayer will kick this one off. Jordan Dean is going to take this one from the 5. Taking it up the far sideline to the 20 and 25 and cut down at the North Central 27, and the Blue Jay defense back on the field. Our North Central offense and Dylan Warden looking to get something going for the first time since their first drive when they drove down the field and were able to connect on a field goal. So 17-3 Blue Jays, 7:47 remaining here in this first half.
He brings it back to the 28-yard line, and that's where North Central will take over. 1st and 10 for their own 28.
1st and 10 from their own 28. Warden is in the gun. Brown, the back to his left. Fake to Brown, rolling out towards the near side. Lifting a ball towards the near sideline in Sorensen, but it's well out of the reach of his receiver and incomplete.
Peter Sorensen. It'll bring up 2nd down, 10 yards to go.
And that, surprisingly, is the first target, I believe, Peter Sorensen has had in this game. Sorensen, leading receiver for North Central, one of the best receivers in the conference, 41 receptions, 763 yards, and 12 touchdowns. You know they're going to keep going to Sorensen at some point. Their offense just hasn't been out on the field, and Warden so far is 0 for 4. Warden this time keeping it himself, straight up the middle. Gain of 3 on the carry, and it'll be 3rd down and 7. Another tough 3rd down conversion possibility for North Central. And so far, North Central, O'Shane Brown. The long 39-yard rush is most of the offense so far for North Central, is just 10 yards total have come from somewhere other than that 39-yard rush. So Brown is the back to Warden's right. 2 receivers to the far side. Sorensen is in the slot. Look out for him. Sorensen being guarded by the safety, Steven Ritter, who's now looking to blitz, but then backs off. Warden back to throw, looking that way. Warden with lots of room to run. Warden dives forward. Did he get the first down? It looks like he's short.
Keeps it himself as he dives to the 37-yard line.
Warden looks like he gained 6 on the play. And it's going to be 4th down and a yard from North Central's own 38-yard line. The offense looks like they're staying on the field. $37-yard line. They need to get to the 38 for a first down, and the offense is staying on the field. Lots of tall targets for Dylan Warden, but certainly 4th and 1 is manageable. This would be a huge defensive stop for the Blue Jays if they could get it. And it's going to be a timeout on Elmhurst.
Timeout taken by Elmhurst.
So
just a reminder that the
Elmhurst takes their 2nd timeout of the game, of the half.
The men's basketball team is operating the
17-3, Elmhurst leads. 6 minutes and 7 seconds remaining in this first half, and what has been a true shock so far today.
Facilities located in the corner of the visiting stands.
And this would be a huge 4th down, but either conversion for North Central to keep this off, keep the offense on the field, keep their defense off the field. Their defense has spent 19 minutes and 8 seconds on the field so far in this first half. Other games in action today in the CCIW, Milliken travels to Augustana, North Park traveling to Illinois Wesleyan, and Carthage hosting Wheaton. Remember, Wheaton has already clinched the CCIW's automatic berth to the NCAA tournament in lieu of their win over North Central. North Central, the only team that could split the conference title if Wheaton loses to Carthage and North Central beats Elmhurst right here today. So 4th and 1. Handoff is to Brown, straight up the middle. Did he get it? It is going to be really close, and they're going to have to bring out the chains, you'd think. I personally thought he had it, and they're going to give it to him already. They're not even going to bring out the chains. So 1st down for North Central. Elmhurst was celebrating, but it did look like Brown got enough of a surge to get the 1st down. So North Central converts on their first 4th down of the day. Keeps the Elmhurst defense off the field. More importantly for the Cardinals, keeps the Cardinal defense off the field. 1st and 10, North Central from their own 38-yard line. Lots of guys on the line for Warden and Brown in the backfield. 2 receivers to the far side. It's a handoff to Brown. Brown with a hole up the middle, and Brown is cut down by Billy Viero. He had an open field and just tons of green grass to run through if Viero doesn't make that play. So nice play by the Blue Jays senior safety. North Central coaching backs to my left is telling the offense to go, and it's going to be swallowed up. That's a run by Brown. Swallowed up for no gain by a slew of Blue Jays. Eliadis, Carr, Viero, Matt Gudicki all in on the play. 3rd down and 3 for North Central. They really wanted to run the hurry up there, but it went for naught as the Blue Jays were all over it. Lots of subs in on this 3rd down for Elmhurst. 4 receivers for Warden, 1 back. It's Brown. Checking the sideline for the play call. Blue Jay defensive coaches giving signs as well. Garabedian's coming on a blitz. Lots of time for Warden. Gets drilled as he throws it. He completes it to Sorensen on the far side. Delayed blitz. It was Brian Tucker who absolutely leveled Warden, but he stayed in the pocket, stared down the gun barrel, and was able to make the completion. 1st catch and 1st completion of the game for North Central, and it's a huge 3rd down conversion. North Central flipping the field. Warden takes the snap, looking to the far side. It's caught. Tillman on the far sideline. Gain of 8. Taken down by a couple of Blue Jays, but North Central's offense is really rolling here, and they're looking to hurry up. DeMarco Tillman's 1st catch of the game. Warden's 2nd consecutive completion, and just the 2nd completion he's had on the day. Sorensen has about 20 yards of cushion on the near side in the slot. Warden back to throw, looking over the middle. Incomplete. Looks like I guess there will be no flag, as all over DeMarco Tillman was Billy Viero on his back, but no foul called. It is going to be a 3rd down and 2, another huge 3rd down for this North Central offense and the Elmhurst defense trying to get off the field. You got to think this is probably 2-down territory based on where they are now. I can't imagine Zavalia's range is this far for North Central, especially with the weather, how it is outside. O'Shane Brown on the carry. Brown is stuffed short. Brown is short. He gains 1. It's going to be 4th and 1. O'Shane Brown was the carry. He got the handoff from Warden, only able to gain 1. So with 3 minutes and 35 seconds remaining, once again, North Central is going to go for it on 4th down. Last time on 4th down, they ran O'Shane Brown up the middle, and he was just barely able to gain the 1st down. Brown is once again the back. He's to Warden's right. 2 receivers to the near side. Tight end goes in motion. Warden's it's gonna be the option. The pitch to Brown. Brown moving forward. He's gonna gain the 1st down. Brown to the 35-yard line. A 1st down for North Central. Their 2nd 4th down conversion of the drive. 3 minutes and 7 seconds, and the clock will run on the spot of the ball. Boy, North Central's coaching staff showing lots of guts, going for it on 4th down, knowing that this Blue Jay offense has been rolling and they need to get some sort of momentum going, keep their own defense off the field. Under 3 minutes to go. Warden fakes the handoff. Lots of time in the pocket, but he is sacked John Eliadis gets the sack as Warden held onto it just a little too long. John Eliadis.
John Eliadis with the sack for the Blue Jays. Brings the ball back to the
Eliadis' second sack of the season puts North Central well behind the chains.
16 for the Cardinals.
Second down and 16 for the Cardinals from the Elmhurst 41-yard line. Warden O'Shane Brown is checked out. It's Matt Randolph in the backfield. 4 receivers for Warden, 2 split out to either side. Warden takes the snap, dropping back to pass. Looking over the middle, it's caught. Sorensen. Sorensen just camping out in front of the linebackers. Brings it all the way down to the Elmhurst 31-yard line is where they're going to spot it. And it's going to be 3rd down and 6 for North Central.
That'll bring up 3rd down and 6.
Quick to the line is North Central, but now they'll check back for the play. Blue Jay defense seemed to be scrambling there, trying to get the play call. 4 wide receivers, 2 split out to either side. Matt Randolph is still the running back as O'Shane Brown is checked out. 3rd and 6. Warden takes the snap, looking to run. Warden has a huge hole up the middle. Warden going to the outside, still spinning and all the way down to the Elmhurst 20-yard line.
Warden on the
quarterback draw for Warden.
Pickup of 11 and a Cardinal first
11-yard pickup for the North Central quarterback and a first down. Now in the red zone, remember, red zone matchup. As we mentioned before, North Central scored on 95% of their red zone trips. Blue Jays have given up points on 87% of their red zone trips. Only once has Elmhurst forced a turnover on downs in the red zone this season. Warden takes the snap, looking to his right, now will run to his left. Warden has some space, but his space is cut down quickly by Billy Viero. Viero
at the 21-yard line by Billy Viero.
No gain on the play. 2nd down and 10, now under a minute remaining
10 yards to go for North
in this
Central.
second half, and it'll be a timeout with 45 seconds to go to stop the clock. 45 seconds to go. Elmhurst leading 17-3 over the 18th ranked North Central College Cardinals. And if Elmhurst wins today, they will finish at 2nd in the CCIW, and even with a loss today, they will still finish in 3rd, something that not many people expected from this Elmhurst team, seeing their 3rd head coach in 3 years. It's Ron Plans, and he has done really a great job with this Elmhurst team, as many of their wins have been comeback victories, including a 1-point win at Illinois Wesleyan, a double overtime win at Carthage. Plans has done a very good job to really exceed expectations in his first year as head coach of the Blue Jays. Back to the action, 17-3 Blue Jays lead. 45 seconds to go. 2nd and 11 for North Central. Single coverage on the near side, but safety help. Marvin Carr, 5'4", facing Peter Sorensen, 6'5". Matt Randolph is the back. 2 Wardens left. 5 seconds on the play clock. 4 and 3 and 2. Are they going to snap off? No, they are not. It's a timeout taken by North Central. North Central did get the timeout.
Timeout taken. Cardinals.
But that is really a wasted timeout. Is coming out of a timeout, you got to think you got to get that snap off. Warden's got to be more aware of the play clock. Obviously starts at 25 when you take the timeout. So
please put 45.1 seconds back on the clock.
2nd
45.1.
timeout taken by North Central in the half. 2nd in a row. They have 1 timeout remaining. 45.1 seconds remaining. North Central trying to find the end zone to cut the Elmhurst lead in half. It's a 14-point lead for the Blue Jays. And we'll revisit those, some of those keys to the game. Plans really focused finishing everything, tackles, blocks, catches, whatever it is. Lots of drops, lots of missed tackles, lots of missed opportunities in Elmhurst's 2 CCIW losses the last 2 weeks. one to Wheaton College right here at Langhorse Field, and then one on the road, a 7-point loss at Milliken. 45.1 to go, 17-3 Blue Jays. North Central in the red zone. 2nd and 11 from the 20-yard line. Lots of time on the play clock. Randolph skips to Warden's left. 2 receivers to the far side. Warden takes the snap, looking to his right, throws over the middle. He's got an open receiver, and it's a touchdown. Ryan Kuhl, freshman from Naperville. Hometown kid gets a touchdown for the Cardinals, and they have, with the extra point, they will cut the Elmhurst lead in half. For Kuhl, his 6th touchdown on the season, 2nd on the team. Zavalia is in for the extra point. Snap is good, hold is down, and the kick is up and good. So North Central with the touchdown pass from Warden to Kuhl has cut the Elmhurst lead in half. It's 17-10 with 40 seconds remaining. So Elmhurst will receive the kickoff. It'll be interesting to see. 1 timeout, 40 seconds remaining. We'll see what the Blue Jays try to do. I wouldn't be surprised if they ran up the middle either with Josh Williams or Camilleri, perhaps run an option, see what they can gain on the first play, and then see if they want to continue the drive, perhaps try to put some points on the board before halftime. Thank you for joining us. Elmhurst College football on Blue Jay TV. Luke Tanaka, delighted to bring you all the action from Langhorst Field. Zavalia will tee it up. Ritter and Tyler Smith are the 2 deep men for Elmhurst. And Elmhurst has done a great job offensively, continuing to move the football. That North Central drive certainly cut into their time of possession lead. But regardless, right now, Blue Jays possessing the ball for over 19 minutes. North Central possessing the ball for about 10 minutes. Remember, the Blue Jays lead all of Division III in time of possession, 36 minutes and 17 seconds per game. Something that Ron Plans really emphasized for this game. Try to keep those North Central playmakers off the field. It's a short pooch kick by Zavalia, picked up by Smith on a bounce. Smith trying to get to the far side, now cutting back towards the near side, and is tackled Al Willett, junior linebacker, in on the stop on special teams. 34.7 seconds remaining. We'll see how conservative the Blue Jay coaching staff is. The offense hasn't been on the field in a while. And it looks like Ron Plans is talking with the referees here about something. I'm not sure exactly what he saw. Either way, a brief stop and play. He's checking the offsides on the kick. So it was offsides on the kick, so you can either tack on the 5 yards or just re-kick it. I believe they're going to tack on the 5 yards. That's what I would do if I was the coaching staff. Elmhurst is not one of the strong teams at CCIW in special teams. They often start behind their own 20. And so to start from their own 32 is fairly decent field position for the Blue Jays. And with 34.7 remaining, 1 timeout, Elmhurst offense back on the field for the first time in about 8 minutes. 8 minutes of play clock, I should say, for that. Camilleri takes the snap. Will be a handoff to Williams up the middle. Williams has a hole, but it's bottled up quickly by a bunch of North Central players. Peter Mann, the first man to get there, senior defensive lineman. Clock is running under 20. Elmhurst has no... Looks like they're just going to let the clock run out. No urgency to run a play here if you're the Blue Jays. Camilleri just come over to chat with his coaching staff, and so that will be the end of the half as the final seconds tick away. Elmhurst leads 17-10. They have really dominated the game so far. Just 1 good possession for North Central. Go through some stats. 24 rushes for 124 yards for the Blue Jays. Remember that North Central, on average this season, gives up 116 25.7 yards per game. So they've already eclipsed the amount that North Central usually gives up an entire game. They eclipsed it in the first half. Time of possession, 19 minutes and 48 seconds for the Blue Jays. Just 10 minutes and 12 seconds for the Cardinals. 2 penalties apiece. Total yards, 217 yards for the Blue Jays. They've run 14 more plays than North Central has. North Central has run 24 plays for 121 yards. We'll be back, recap some stats, and with the second half of action on Blue Jay TV, Elmhurst leads North Central 17-10.
I was born and raised in Taiwan and moved here 9 years ago. I'm always the type of person that wants to hang out with other people and meet new people. And because the Elmhurst environment, everyone is so friendly, that just make me feel really comfortable being here. The very first organization I joined was the Alpha Sigma Phi fraternity, and that opened the gate out for me to join other organizations.
Playing college football 4 years is very tough, but it's also very, very rewarding. Through Fellowship of Christian Athletes at Elmhurst College, I think has really helped me grow because, I wasn't the most outgoing guy in the beginning, but as my time went on, just meeting new people, I've kind of stepped out and became, more of a witness in my faith. I think, Fellowship of Christian Athletes has helped that, and I think Elmhurst College has encouraged that.
Elmhurst College definitely helped me grow, as in it made it clear to what I wanted to do. It definitely helped build me as the person that I am now. Lambda Chi also had, a great significance in that, turning me from a young guy, young dude, to a gentleman and to a man. And Elmhurst College, definitely the campus, the atmosphere, the culture, the teachers here, the community itself, it was huge. And I think without Elmhurst College, I wouldn't be prepared for the real life.
Well, I think something I'm very passionate about is Habitat for Humanity. So we fundraise lots of money to go down to New Orleans and just help rebuild anywhere we can. Something that the locals there always tell us is just make sure you tell the story and make sure everyone back home knows that it's still not okay. And of course I'm getting more mature and stuff, but I think it's the whole community service aspect of my life that has really changed. A lot of my friends I met through Habitat, the more you're involved in, the more you're going to learn and just get to meet lots of people.
Was born in Elmhurst, moved to Wheaton when I was 3 or 4, and came back here for school. I felt that Elmhurst really did give me a chance in knowing what to expect, and it really broke me out of my shell and got me to know people better and to become more involved in general. I have a much broader view, a much greater respect for what else is out there.
One thing I really appreciate about Elmhurst College is the diversity of mindset, both with the students and with the faculty. I had all these constructs of how the world was supposed to work or how the world did work in my head before I came to Elmhurst and before I attended college. And then slowly as I entered the academic world and the social spheres at Elmhurst, I began to realize the multi-dimensional facets of these spheres and how nothing is really as straightforward as you think it to be when you first enter college. And I think that really helped me expand my worldview. Even though we're all so diverse, there are common threads that we may share in our tradition. You find it and it's there.
My Elmhurst experience, it has helped me already grow hugely as a person and be more aware of myself and my beliefs and my values and what I want to do, what I want to be, where I want to go. And I think that my experience here has put me in touch with a lot of people that can help me get there. Even if it is after I graduate, I feel like they're behind me. So I think that that's really a strength that this school has.
Outside of the classroom, I play for the softball team. I am a member of the J-Lights hip hop dance team. And I'm a member of Black Student Union. I know for sure that BSU is very welcoming to new people of all different kind of backgrounds. BSU has helped me to increase my networking skills a lot. It's a small school that can give you the resources of a big school as well as the individual time that you need that only a small school can give you.
I think that we attract so much attention because of the quality of the education we're getting here. They definitely try to bring the professionalism into the classroom. The faculty are incredible, and they're still in the business, which is great for music people. It's nice to take classes and take lessons from teachers that are still performing. You know, music is really a universal language. Being in the performing ensembles was one of the great experiences being here.
Being at Elmhurst definitely makes it easier to get involved if you take the initiative to get involved. When I was a first year, I didn't take that step forward until second semester, and I didn't know what to do with myself. But once I took that step forward, people are so welcoming, and it doesn't matter what you want to get involved in. If you want to, they'll let you. And it's with open arms, and it's really easy to, and no one's going to turn you down. And that's what I liked about it so much, and that's what helped me to expand and broaden my horizons with all my different activities.
Elmhurst College is unique in so many ways.
Here we really do have values, and my professors know the values, and they push me to be those values.
Stewardship and faith and community and service, and it really does bring in kind of a level of just interaction with values that you never got before.
But as you kind of develop yourself over the years, you start to realize these values mean so much more, and you start to uncover the true meaning behind them.
You begin to see equivalencies between your life and the school, and then you discover that you're not just in a place of learning, you're also in a place of growing, you're in a place of maturity and value, exactly that, core values.
Intellectual excellence means allowing our minds to grow in ways that we've never thought they could before. It means exploring those new pathways, seeing how we could do things different. It means stepping outside of our box of what we know and what we're comfortable with and taking those risks to really grow and make things better. I think that's really the core of what intellectual excellence is.
The professors set the standard of intellectual excellence, and that rubs off on the students, and I feel like that's rubbed off on me.
You really have to push yourself. So to know that's actually a value here is pretty important, because that's something I value on my own. So if my college values it as well, that means I really belong here.
To say that Elmhurst College values community, I think, is an understatement. I think Elmhurst College is community in so many ways.
Coming to Elmhurst College, a small college, it has to be about community.
It doesn't really matter who you are or where you've come from. Everyone here will just love you for who you are.
The fact that every individual and every unique person is allowed to be in an environment together and learn from each other and grow with each other.
Just the fact that it's smaller and that you form those one-on-one relationships, it encourages like creativity and questioning and all the things I wanted out of my college experience.
Social responsibility means caring for each individual as a person.
There are all these people, and they're all more important than my general happiness as a single person.
You're not only trying to better yourself, but I feel like it also means it's your job that you better your community too.
Knowing that there's something larger than yourself and that you can play a part in making someone else's life better.
Taking what I learned from my family, that others come before me, and translating that into the entire world.
It's really awesome to be in a place where not only are you worrying about academics, but it's also teaching me how to be a better person.
To me, stewardship is just being responsible, really thinking about your actions.
If I'm going to say that, I believe in this philanthropy, I think we should do this, I need to follow through with my actions.
What I found coming to Elmhurst is that there are lots of people that feel the same way. So it was easy to find a group of people who were so engaged in service and so willing to help.
Kind of made me reflect on, what do I value in life? Why am I here? They really did kind of push me to the next level and make me think about that, and I think that I'm a better person for it.
Values really help shape identity. If you really don't understand your values, you're not really understanding a part of who you are.
I was more sheltered until I came here, and Elmhurst has really kind of made me step out of my comfort zone and learn more about like what I want to do and what I believe in.
Places like the chaplain's office and the Niebuhr Center for Faith and Action give me safe places where I can go to discuss my faith and to discuss my values with people that I know I trust and people that I know I can count on to influence me and to lead me in the right direction.
You can never be forced out of your faith or forced into a different kind of faith as long as you're at Elmhurst, that you really are given the ability to take your pick and always have encouragement from your peers, never shunned or excluded or pressured into something else. There's always a place for you.
If you believe you're here on this earth for a reason, that's going to affect the way you live your life. That's going to affect the way you treat your academics, the way you treat your social life, the way you look at your future and the goals that you have. Those things seem like really big things, but all of that boils down to like the way you live your everyday life.
We value
Intellectual excellence. Community.
Social responsibility.
Stewardship.
Faith, meaning, and values.
Welcome to the cultural season at Elmhurst College. Elmhurst is a place of values and conviction. We were founded by 19th century reformers who believed in human potential, loved learning, and had standards. More than 140 years later, we still do. We still attract students and teachers who want to think for themselves and act on principles, who challenge and respect one another, who engage, serve, and celebrate our diverse, dynamic, interdependent world. A few years ago, to be clear about things, we wrote down our core values. This year, we asked some of our students what those values mean to them.
Elmhurst College is unique in so many ways.
Here we really do have values, and my professors know the values, and they push me to be those values.
Stewardship and faith and community and service, and it really does bring in kind of a level of just interaction with values that you never got before.
But as you kind of develop yourself over the years, you start to realize these values mean so much more, and you start to uncover the true meaning behind them.
You begin to see equivalencies between your life and the school, and then you discover that you're not just in a place of learning, you're also in a place of growing, you're in a place of maturity and value exactly that, core values.
Intellectual excellence means allowing our minds to grow in ways that we've never thought they could before. It means exploring those new pathways, seeing how we could do things different. It means stepping outside of our box of what we know and what we're comfortable with and taking those risks to really grow and make things better. I think that's really the core of what intellectual excellence is.
The professors set the standard of intellectual excellence, and that rubs off on the students, and I feel like that's rubbed off on me.
You really have to push yourself. So to know that's actually a value here is pretty important because that's something I value on my own. So if my college values it as well, that means I really belong here.
To say that Elmhurst College values community, I think, is an understatement. I think Elmhurst College is community in so many ways.
Coming to Elmhurst College, a small college, it has to be about community.
It doesn't really matter who you are or where you've come from, everyone here will just love you for who you are.
The fact that every individual and every unique person is allowed to be in an environment together and learn from each other and grow with each other.
Just the fact that it's smaller and that you form those one-on-one relationships, it encourages like creativity and questioning and all the things I wanted out of my college experience.
Social responsibility means caring for each individual as a person.
There are all these people and they're all more important than my general happiness as a single person.
You're not only trying to better yourself, but I feel like it also means it's your job that you better your community too.
Knowing that there's something larger than yourself and that you can play a part in making someone else's life better.
Taking what I learned from my family, that others come before me, and translating that into the entire world.
It's really awesome to be in a place where not only are you worrying about academics, but it's also teaching me how to be a better person.
To me, stewardship is just being responsible, really thinking about your actions.
If I'm going to say that, I believe in this philanthropy, I think we should do this, I need to follow through with my actions.
What I found coming to Elmhurst is that there are lots of people that feel the same way. So it was easy to find a group of people who were so engaged in service and so willing to help.
Kind of made me reflect on, what do I value in life? Why am I here? They really did kind of push me to the next level and make me think about that. And I think that I'm a better person for it.
Values really help shape identity. If you really don't understand your values, you're not really understanding a part of who you are.
I was more sheltered until I came here, and Elmhurst has really kind of made me step out of my comfort zone and learn more about like what I want to do and what I believe in.
Places like the chaplain's office and the Niebuhr Center for Faith and Action give me safe places where I can go to discuss my faith and to discuss my values with people that I know, I trust, and people that I know I can count on to influence me and to lead me in the right direction.
You can never be forced out of your faith or forced into a different kind of faith as long as you're at Elmhurst. That you really are given the ability to take your pick and always have encouragement from your peers. Never shunned or excluded or pressured into something else. There's always a place for you.
If you believe you're here on this earth for a reason, that's going to affect the way you live your life. That's going to affect the way you treat your academics, the way you treat your social life, the way you look at your future and the goals that you have. Those things seem like really big things, but all of that boils down to like the way you live your everyday life.
We value
intellectual excellence,
community,
social responsibility,
stewardship,
faith, meaning, and values.
Last year we had all of our girls leave except me and another girl, so we kind of got put into our captain positions. And it's not that I didn't want to do it, but I didn't know if I was ready to take that leadership role yet. But because I was thrown into it, I had to do it. So it helped me as a person and to help lead the dance team and be in control. I mean, it's difficult at sometimes, no doubt about it. It's very stressful sometimes, but I probably, as much as I complain about it, I probably wouldn't change it for the world because it's making me who I am today.
I have had a great experience at Elmhurst. I'm obviously involved with the volleyball program, and it's been a really good experience for me. I would say we're pretty close because we practice 5 days a week for 2.5 hours. We're lifting, we're doing bonding things, and we're traveling on the weekends. So you're pretty much with these girls for 3 months every single day for hours. So we're all pretty close, and we rely on each other and ask each other for help.
I've had a great experience at Elmhurst, I really have. I think that the college is all about making the individual well-rounded, and I do think that I have grown up a lot since I've been at college. I've played soccer, and I'm in the nursing program, and I lived on campus for 2 years. It's been great, and I've made so many new friends, and there's just so much here to offer. I just love it.
Wrestling here has been great. I've been able to achieve some of my goals I've set for myself, and I guess coming to a smaller school in wrestling, I got to be able to start right away and wrestle every year so far. Coming here and be able to compete right away is great. Coming into college, I really didn't know what I was going to do. I was undecided, and then going through taking classes, I figured out what I wanted to do. I want to work with other people, like with kids, and help them develop.
I really like doing the dance team because I've been dancing since I was 3, so coming here and joining the dance team was an obvious choice of something that I'd wanted to do. The whole experience for me is a confidence builder, and being able to connect with students in the crowd, not even to know them, but just to get them to smile while you're at a game. I think that's such a great feeling to know that, someone might have been having a bad day and they come and watch you dance, and maybe it's one of their favorite songs in the world that makes them smile no matter what. And to be able to be a part of that and to connect to somebody in that manner, I think that's a really cool experience to share in.
The balance with athletics in school, it's just, with me, I did it all throughout high school, so I needed to do sports in order to stay focused. I was injured my freshman year, and I just felt so off track. It didn't feel natural. I think a lot of the students coming from high school and coming to D3, it's what they need to stay focused. If you could do it in high school, you could do it here. You can just join the team and just have fun. It's nice having that other family aside from being at home. Don't be afraid to go out there and try new things.
Playing college football 4 years is very tough, but it's also very, very rewarding. Through Fellowship of Christian Athletes at Elmhurst College, I think has really helped me grow because, I wasn't the most outgoing guy in the beginning, but as my time went on, just meeting new people, I've kind of stepped out and became
I don't know, more of a witness in my faith. And I think, you know, Fellowship of Christian Athletes has helped that, and I think Elmhurst College has encouraged that.
We got a lot of like hands-on experience. We're mostly in the classrooms, and then like teachers here and it's been the special education department are amazing, and they just have so much to give to us and a lot of great ideas. So I think like coming to Elmhurst, I've heard a lot of great things about like teachers out feel a lot more prepared than other teachers from other schools, and some of my like student teaching placements are with Elmhurst College graduates. It's good to know that they made it successfully out of there, and I know I'm going to go out successfully too.
Back at Langhorse Field for the second half of action. North Central Cardinals, Elmhurst Blue Jays. Elmhurst leading 17-10 over the 18th ranked Cardinals. How did we get here? Well, Elmhurst opened up 12-play, 67-yard drive that led to a field goal. Then North Central, 6 plays, 49 yards. That led to a field goal, and then a couple of touchdown drives for the Blue Jays. Starting in the second quarter, 13 plays, 82 yards, 6 minutes and 27 seconds. The drive for Elmhurst on a touchdown, 2-yard run by Joe Camilleri. North Central went 3 and out, and then once again, the Blue Jays right back down the field. This time, 12 plays, 73 yards, 5 minutes and 52 seconds. And then finally at the end of the half, North Central got back on the scoreboard to cut the lead to 17-10. With a 16-play, 72-yard drive in 7 minutes and 14 seconds. So we look at the stats right now. First downs, Elmhurst has the advantage 14-6. Rushing yards, Elmhurst rushing for 50 more yards than the Cardinals in that first half, 124-74. Total yards, 217 for the Blue Jays on 37 plays, 121 total yards for North Central on 24 plays. But they do have a bit of the momentum for getting on the board late in that first half to make the score 17-10. Luke Tanaka delighted to bring you all the action from Langhorse Field as the Blue Jays look to continue their play from the first half and pull the upset of 18th ranked North Central. Brett Bayer gets us underway, kicking from left to right. Ulmer from the 2. Ulmer is swallowed up by a bunch of Blue Jays, but he's able to get past the 20 and all the way to the 23-yard line. So Dylan Warden back on the field, really struggled, did not complete a pass in the first half until he really didn't have much of an opportunity to be on the field until that last 7-minute drive. Warden, 4 of 9 for 47 yards and a touchdown, all 4 of those completions coming on that one drive, on which he was 4 of 5 for 47 yards. Peter Sorensen is leading the team with just 2 receptions but 19 yards. Elmer's done a great job of bottling him up and really just keeping the North Central offense off the field. So there, as you saw there, John Wallace giving us the call, offsides on the Blue Jays. So North Central takes over. 1st and 10 from its own 29-yard line. Dylan Warden back with O'Shane Brown, who had 9 carries for 59 yards in the first half. He's in the backfield. Warden takes the snap, hands off to Brown, straight up the middle. 1 missed tackle, 2 missed tackles, and still going, still pumping his legs. Brown all the way up to the Elmhurst 38-yard line. 9-yard carry for Brown. As you see on the replay, 1 missed tackle, 2 missed tackles. Viero hits him. He's still going. And Brown able to gain 9. North Central possibly looking to get that rushing offense going. Remember, they do lead the conference in rushing offense. Brown on the handoff once again. This time bottled up quickly, but not before he's going to get that first down. The chains will move. First down for North Central. Elmhurst leading 17-10. 14 minutes, 21 seconds and ticking in this third quarter, just beginning it. About 40 seconds in. Blue Jay defense did a great job of stopping North Central there. And in the first half, except for that final drive where North Central really got their offense rolling, and they're hoping to continue that on this drive. Warden, play action, looking over the middle. Doesn't have anything, is going to extend the play. Warden's going to run. Warden cutting towards the near sideline. Is he going to get a block? He gets a block. Lots of run. Lots of running room all the way down, and will run out of bounds at the 32-yard line of Elmhurst. Huge gain, 28-yard gain. As you saw in the replay, he was able to get a couple of blocks and just cut it back towards the near side. Tons of green grass in front of him. And North Central is setting up shop inside Elmhurst territory now, looking to tie the score. 17-10 Blue Jays lead right now. Warden as his main target, Sorensen to his left, split out. Matt Randolph is into the game as Brown takes a seat. Randolph running towards the right. Lots of running room. Huge hole made by the offensive line. Randolph all the way down. Gain of 8 on the play. Good job blocking by the offensive line there of North Central, getting into the second level. Randolph able to gain 8. 2nd and 2 for North Central, as this rushing offense so far in the second half for North Central is just rolling. Warden changing the play at the line. Elmhurst has 7 in the box, including the safety Viero. Warden back to throw. Throwing for Sorensen. He's open, and it's a touchdown. Warden to Sorensen. Sorensen's 13th touchdown reception of the year, and pending the extra point, we will be all tied up at 17. The North Central quickly driving down the field. Took just about 2 minutes of possession time for North Central to score. Zavalia's extra point is good. And we are all tied up 17-17 between the Blue Jays and the Cardinals. And you can see on that drive just how potent the North Central offense is. Number 1 in the conference in total offense, 430 yards per game. Number 1 in the conference in scoring offense, 43 points per game. Number 1 rushing offense in the conference, 227 yards per game. And number 1 in turnover margin in the CCIW, plus 10. So the Blue Jays now must answer that is very efficient and strong scoring drive from North Central. 12:56 remaining in this third quarter. A quick scoring drive, quick strike for North Central to get this game all tied up. Remember, last year when North Central came in as the heavy favorite to Langhorse Field, they played and there's actually a lightning delay. And in that lightning delay, that's when the Blue Jays lost all their momentum. Their game was tied, and then the lightning delay really blew out the momentum of the Blue Jays, as this one is kicked short. Back to the action. This is Stephen Ritter. Ritter will get taken down. Nice play by Al Willett on special teams. The second great special teams play he's made today. Second time he's made a good tackle, and the Blue Jays will have to set up shop. Still with decent field position for them, ahead of the 20-yard line, but not by much. They'll set up shop at the Elmhurst 22. Blue Jay offense rolled in that first half. 11 rushes for Josh Williams, 54 yards and a touchdown. 12 rushes for Joe Camilleri, 51 yards and a touchdown. Camilleri through the air, 10 of 13 for 93 yards. Mostly throwing short or intermediate routes. Nothing down the field yet. Might have to show that. Keep this North Central defense honest. There's 7 in the box right now. Camilleri will fake, tries to hand off to Williams, and then has the pass batted right back into his own arms. Justin Sturzmach knocked it down. As you look on the replay, Camilleri almost tried to catch that, but I think he would have been better just knocking it down, which he ended up doing. So 2nd and 10 for the Blue Jays, as that was one of those triple option looks you see from Elmhurst. See if the handoff is there. If not, keep it. And if Camilleri's running lane isn't there, then try to hit a quick screen or a quick slant to that side. This was a formation 5 wide that Elmhurst did a lot of damage in, and especially in the hurry-up in that first half. As Camilleri takes the snap, looking over the middle. It's caught by Williams. Williams has lots of room to run. There is no defense in front of him. Williams cutting towards the far sideline. Gets a block from Bowers. Williams to the 20. Williams to the 15. Sidestepping a tackle all the way down to the 10-yard line. Williams got by the defense with the reception. I'm surprised he didn't just try to come to the near pylon. He probably could have outran the safety all the way to the end zone. But instead, he cut it back up to the far sideline. 1st and 10 in the red zone for the Blue Jays. What a great throw by Joe Camilleri. 67 yards officially. There's a sideline warning on North Central, says the referee, and that is the call that was just made on the left side of your screen. So it looks like 1st and 10 from the 11, so the Blue Jays can get a first down without getting a touchdown. They make it down to the 1. So now again, 5 wide, clock now running. 12:30 to go in this third quarter. Blue Jays looking to answer the North Central touchdown that just happened. Camilleri from the gun, looking, and we'll tuck it down and run. And Camilleri is going to get stuffed right at the line of scrimmage. Camilleri thought he could have had a running room. It looked like a designed run, but Camilleri was taken down hard by 3 or 4 North Central players all in the area. So the loss of 1 brings up 2nd and 11 from the North Central 12-yard line, and you got to think Elmhurst trying to pull off this upset. This is a huge red zone possession for them early here in this third quarter to keep the ball in their hands and keep the North Central defense off the field, and then put 7 on the board. Camilleri hands off to Williams. Williams towards the far sideline. Williams has room to run. Williams is going to run in the end zone for a touchdown. Josh Williams with his 2nd touchdown of the day puts the Blue Jays up 6. Just a straight option to the right, and Josh Williams, lots of room to run. He was hardly touched all the way into the end zone. Josh Williams hitting the play dirt for the 2nd time in the game. And the Blue Jays lead 23-17 with 11 minutes and 30 seconds remaining in this third quarter, pending the extra point. Extra point, hold is down, and the kick is good. Brett Bayer converts once again, and the Blue Jays lead 24-17 over 18th ranked North Central. It's a straight handoff to Williams towards the near side. It was an option play. Camilleri could have pulled it out, but seeing all the running room for Josh Williams to the right, easy decision for Camilleri to give it off, and Williams in for the score. So Williams gets the 67-yard reception and the 12-yard touchdown to put the Blue Jays up 7. Can revisit some of those keys to the game that Ron Plans mentioned. Keys for the Elmhurst offense is that they're going to take what the North Central defense gives them, and they're going to assume that they're going to stack the box and try to stop Josh Williams, the leading rusher in the CCIW. So that'll open up Camilleri, and whether they throw immediately to start the game was one thing. They threw against Wheaton because Wheaton stacked with 7 or 8 guys in the box every play. But here it's been a nice balance of run and pass for the Blue Jays. Rushing 135 yards rushing, 160 yards through the air. Many of those 160 coming on that one play to Josh Williams. Now the Elmhurst defense will come back on the field after just being torched on their last possession for a long drive by North Central and the Jeff Thorne's offense of the Cardinals. We'll see if Elmhurst continues to disguise, try to give a lot of looks to the coaching staff. Kick is end over end. Taken by North Central, and he's got a lot of running room. Lots of running room all the way to the 44-yard line. Alex Ulmer making a huge special teams play. Gets some momentum back for the Cardinals. With 11:20 to go, North Central and Dylan Warden will set up shop at their own 44. Remember that North Central still in at-large, a contention for an at-large berth into the NCAA tournament. But you got to think a loss here to the Blue Jays would end those hopes. Dylan Warden takes the snap, dropping back to pass, looking towards the right side. Caught on the far side. That's Ulmer. Ulmer, who just made the long return, makes the reception. Just a simple out pattern from the slot. Blue Jays did not pick him up, playing his own. And a first down for North Central already into Blue Jay territory. North Central trying to get some hurry up going. Randolph, the running back on the far side now. Takes it straight up the middle, but is stuffed. Chris Reed in on the tackle. Just a gain of 1 for the North Central running back, Randolph. North Central looking to get their offense going. They got Tillman to the near side. He's a receiver. 3 receivers, 1 tight end, and 1 back. Handoff is to Brown, straight up the middle. Brown dancing, then heading forward. Good north-south running by O'Shane Brown. He'll set up a 3rd down and 2 with a 7-yard gain. Brown looked like he was dancing for a while, but then found the hole and just propelled himself forward. Looked like Brown lost his helmet on the play, which means he will have to exit the game. And North Central will run hurry up. 3 receivers, 2 to the near side. Matt Randolph, the running back to the right of Dylan Warden. Elmhurst showing blitz. And Warden will check from the shotgun look. Watch the receiver on the near side in the slot. Peter Sorensen, leading receiver for North Central. Warden pulls it out of the belly. Lunges forward to the 35. That should be a first down for North Central. They're waiting to see the spot, and there is the first down signal as it looked like he got forward. Perhaps his knee was down a little earlier than I thought. I saw him lunge to the 35, but they're going to spot him maybe the 35 and a half of the 36. 9:45 remaining in this 3rd quarter. North Central once again threatening to tie the game on offense in Elmhurst territory. And we're going to stop the clock here for just a minute, and we're going to reset the play clock. Looks like we've gotten things sorted out, and the play clock is running, and the handoff goes to Matt Randolph up the middle. Randolph with a nice hole, pushing a couple defenders back. Ritter and Paul Licky in on the tackle. Straight out of the pistol, just a handoff right up the middle, and that's right where North Central's been trying to grind. Straight up the middle, and now looks like they're running some hurry up. This time, handoff going to Randolph, and Randolph has nowhere to run. Eddie Byer in on the tackle. Saw some movement on the left side of the line. I was surprised that nothing was called. It looked like it was just North Central getting into position, but now big 3rd and 5 for both teams. Huge momentum play, although there is still 8 minutes and 30 seconds remaining in just the 3rd quarter. Nice big momentum play for both teams. Dylan Warden checking towards the sideline. He's in the pistol. He's got O'Shane Brown behind him. 2 receivers split out to either side. Now Brown comes to his right. Warden back to throw. Not a lot of pressure. He's got a lot of room to run. Running towards the near side. It's going to be very close. It looks like they're going to spot him short. Boy, good job of the Elmhurst defense of converging. Looked like Warden had a lot of room to run, but it converged on him quickly. Ball spotted at the 26. They did have to get to the 26 for a first down, and they give him the first down on the play. So it's just over 8 minutes to play in the 3rd quarter. North Central taking a little extra time on this play. tight end to the left, one receiver to the left, two receivers to the right for Warden. Back to pass. Warden is going to escape one tackler. Byer almost had him in the backfield, but instead it'll be a gain of about 4 to the 23. 3-yard gain, make it for Warden. 2nd down and 7 from the Elmhurst 23-yard line, just about in the red zone where North Central has a distinct advantage statistically. You want to talk about finishing drives, North Central, 95% of their red zone possessions have ended in points. Snap taken by Warden, handoff is to Brown towards the left side. Brown has a huge hole. Brown is going to go into the end zone for a touchdown. O'Shane Brown essentially untouched to the left side for a touchdown. Just really, I think that's a poor angle by a couple of players. Brian Tucker and Billy Viero got a little too aggressive, and O'Shane Brown's speed just beat him to the punch. Dom Zavalia. Extra point is good, and we have a tie score. 24-24 once again as North Central scored twice. Elmhurst scored once in this second half so far. Lots of points. Lots of points here in this second half, much more than we saw in the first. Already 21 points. Just about 7-8 minutes into this second half, we had 27 points in the whole first half. Well, either way, we're all knotted up. North Central and Elmhurst battle for the second spot in the CCIW. Winner of this game will be second. North Central's playoff hopes hang in the balance. Remember, this is also the final regular season game of head coach John Thorne's career for North Central. Thorne's winning percentage of .797 ranks 7th among active coaches at the Division III level and 11th among active coaches overall in college football in winning percentage. Among all current or former coaches with at least 10 years of experience, Thorne ranks 11th all-time in Division III and 31st in college football history in winning percentage. Final regular season game for him. Zavalia's end-over-end kick is high and received by Tyler Smith at the 8-yard line. Smith, lots of room to run. Looks like there's a flag as could come back as Smith is going to run all the way to the 40-yard line, but there's a flag back at the Elmhurst 19, and we'll see what that call is. I think this one might be coming back. We'll get the call from John Wallace. It's a block in the back on Elmhurst. Sean Wetherill, the sophomore safety, the guilty party, and instead of starting from their own 40, they'll spot the ball all the way back at the Elmhurst 9-yard line. A long way to go for the Blue Jays if they want to score here. The offense has done a great job of rolling so far. Joe Sanfilippo seeing one of his first snaps of the game. He's the lone receiver to the near side who is now joined by Williams. 5 wide now as both men in the backfield are split wide. Snap from Camilleri looking to his left. Ball is batted down and it's intercepted. Brian Wilson of North Central deflects the ball, the right defensive end. Intercepted by Sturzma. And so the Elmhurst defense will be forced to run right back onto the field as North Central now has the ball inside the red zone. Nice play by Brian Wilson. This is the second or third batted ball we've seen from Camilleri. And that's a huge play, a huge turnover for the North Central defense. Remember, they do lead the CCIW in turnover margin, plus 10 coming into the game. So Brian Wilson and Sturzma combined for that interception. 1st and 10 North Central from the Elmhurst 13. Elmhurst showing blitz. North Central will make an audible at the line. Warden checking over at the coaching staff. 2 receivers to the far side. 1 receiver to the near side. Warden, looks like the 2 far wides didn't know the play was happening. Warden rolling out. Warden going to go forward. And Warden all the way down to the 5. And that was a really interesting play. Because it looked like both receivers on the far side for North Central didn't even see that the snap was taken. They took about a second or so to figure out that the play was even running, and then they weren't sure what route they were running. 2nd and 3 for North Central from the Elmhurst 6. Signals abound as both sides look to audible their plays. Dylan Warden with O'Shane Brown to his right. Warden takes the snap. Handoff is to Brown, and Brown is spun down right around the first down marker at the 3-yard line. Nice play by the middle linebacker, Brian Tucker, to get in on the play and just spin Brown down. It looks like a first down, and it is. It's 1st and goal for North Central from the Elmhurst 3-yard line. Warden looking to take the snap quickly. Couple of tight ends in and 2 receivers, 1 running back. It's Brown. Lots of tall targets for North Central to throw to. Takes the snap, looking for the fade to the near side. It is broken up by Marvin Carr. Ryan Kuhl, 6'4", has a foot height advantage on Marvin Carr. Was a pretty good throw. I would say he needs to put it more on a line. He tried to throw a nice fade, but it was low enough to the point where Marvin Carr at 5'4" could break up the pass play. I wouldn't be surprised to see that play again before this drive is up. One of the couple shots they have. Now it's a heavy formation, just 1 receiver, bunch of tight ends, and the back Brown. North Central perhaps trying to just pound this one straight in. Brown is to the right. It's going to be another fade to the near side. It's Sorensen. Sorensen trying to go position for the rebound, and there's a flag. Flag on the play, most likely going to be defensive pass interference. Yes, it is. Defensive pass interference on the corner Marvin Carr, I'm guessing. We'll get the official call from the head referee, John Wallace. So instead of third down and goal from the 3, it'll be first down North Central from the 2. Sorensen with a huge height advantage on the short Marvin Carr. They put Valdez honorable on that side too, just to make sure. Looks like this time I'm going to assume they're just going to pound it straight forward. Tight end goes in motion to the far side. Handoff is to Brown. Straight up the middle. He's in for the score. North Central takes their first lead of the game. 30-24 with 5 minutes and 29 seconds remaining here in this 3rd quarter. Dom Zavalia's extra point is up and good. And with 5:29 remaining here in this 3rd quarter, North Central leads 31-24. And that turnover really cost the Blue Jays as ball batted down and batted in the air by Brian Wilson and ended up being intercepted by Justin Sturzma, the freshman linebacker from Frankfurt. And that big play set up at North Central in the red zone. North Central able to punch it straight in. So now it'll be the Elmhurst offense's job to answer here. See if they can get the running game going. Josh Williams, even Joe Camilleri on the running game. And then offensive line needs to continue to give Camilleri time, hold back that offensive line. Dom Zavalia will get us back underway. It's Ritter and Tyler Smith back deep for the Blue Jays. Zavalia with the run-up and the kick. It's a kick angling towards the far side. It's going to be Ritter from the 9. Ritter trying to reverse field, but he is going to go nowhere. Great coverage by the North Central special teams. There's only a 2-yard return for Ritter as he went very east-south, or check that east-west, I should say, on that return instead of heading north-south, and we'll just gain 2. It'll be 1st and 10. Elmhurst from their own 14-yard line. Joe Camilleri and the offense back on the field. North Central with all the momentum so far, 14 unanswered points since being down 24-17. Already outscored the Blue Jays 21-7 in this first half, and we're only about 10 minutes in. Camilleri fakes the handoff, but North Central reads it. North Central reads it well. Camilleri will be knocked down for a loss. Second and 11 for Elmhurst. Elmhurst stuck deep in their own territory at their own 13-yard line. Bowers and Tyler Smith, the two split out to the near side. Claxton is the tight end on the far side. Kalen Miller split out wide. Josh Williams to Camilleri's left. Camilleri asks for motion from Claxton to the near side. Instead, he'll cut back to the far side. Now it's going to be Camilleri finding Claxton. Claxton running towards the first down marker. He's going to be spotted. He's going to be spotted right at the first down marker, and they will move the chain. So first down for the Blue Jays at their own 29-yard line. Nice play in disguise by the Blue Jays. Play action pass, roll out Camilleri, and then just pitch and catch to Garrett Claxton on the far side. Easy completion. And that's some of the disguise that Plans was talking about. You motion Claxton to the near side. They assume a run to the near side instead. Have Claxton run just a little dump pass to the far side. Handoff is to Williams. Williams with some running room, trying to make a couple men miss, trying to get the corner, does not do so. Schroeder was in on the tackle. A couple players as Williams, I thought, could have cut it upfield there. Try to make Schroeder miss. Dean and Schroeder were the two tacklers. Second and 7 from the 27-yard line. 2nd and 7 from the 27. Camilleri in the shotgun, short gun, 2 receivers on the far side, 1 on the near side, including the tight end Claxton and Josh Williams to his left. Handoff goes to Williams, straight up the middle. Williams heading north-south, will lunge forward all the way to the 36, and an Elmhurst first down. That's the kind of head straight ahead, punishing running style that we're used to seeing from Josh Williams. Williams, obviously the brother of Scotty Williams. And Josh is his own man, says head coach Ron Plans. Never really talks to Josh about his brother, as his brother is an Elmhurst legend. Josh, his own legend now here at Elmhurst as well. Camilleri pulled it out of the belly. Now he's going to look. He's going to just throw it away. I was wondering whether the near side receiver, Corey Partenheimer, could have just split out and been an open target for Camilleri. Maybe it was just a designed run, and Partenheimer was blocking initially and then released out, but was not looking for the football. So 2nd and 10 on the incompletion from the Elmhurst 36-yard line. Elmhurst slowing down the game, will huddle. 2 minutes and 46 seconds remaining in the third quarter. Blue Jays trail by 7, 31-24. Camilleri from the pistol. Claxton goes in motion to the far side. Camilleri takes a snap, 2-step drop, looking towards the far side. Caught by Claxton. Claxon picks up 5 to make this third down, 3rd and 5, and 3rd and manageable. Claxon been the favorite target for Camilleri today. It's Claxon's 8th reception of the game, 62 yards. An 8.9 average is just about regular for him. And now a really big play for the Blue Jays. Give the defense some time to rest. Keep your offense on the field. 3rd and 5 from the Elmhurst 41. Camilleri from the pistol. 3 receivers to the near side. Josh Williams behind him. Takes the snap. Drops back, looking forward, looking to run. Running towards the first down marker. It's going to be very, very close. Ron Plant signaling for the first down by the spot. It looks like they have it. Yep, there it is going to be a first down. They wave the chains forward. First down for the Blue Jays, and they keep the drive alive. Nice decision there by Joe Camilleri. Pulling the ball down. It's not exactly what they were designing on the play, a keeper necessarily. But Camilleri does have some speed. He has 9 rushing touchdowns on the season today, 14 carries for 49 yards. Another wrinkle to this Elmhurst offense that everybody in the conference has to check for. 4 receivers for Camilleri in on this play. Takes the snap, looking towards the right. It's intended for Evan Lesky, the tight end, but it's incomplete. The throw was well behind Lesky, who couldn't quite get behind to make the play. Lesky, the tight end. Junior out of Okemos, Michigan, and Okemos High School, unable to make that play. So 2nd and 10 for the Blue Jays. With 1:20 remaining in the 3rd quarter. North Central leading 31-24. Again, 4 receivers, this time 3 to the near side. Claxton on the inside, Miller in the slot, and Bowers split wide. Partenheimer is the receiver on the far side. Camilleri takes the snap, hands off to Williams. Williams trying to get the corner. Couple of tacklers bring him down. First one to reach him was Sturzma, the outside linebacker. And again, Williams running a lot east to west, but still able to gain a couple on the play. 4-yard gain for Williams. Under a minute now in the 3rd quarter. 3rd down and 7, we'll call it. This was a gain of 3, maybe 3.5. 3rd and 7 for the Blue Jays from midfield. Claxton and Miller, Camilleri's 2 favorite targets, are both split out to the left. Claxton, the inside receiver, Miller, the middle receiver. Got to think one of them is going to be Camilleri's first read. Takes the snap. His first read is Claxton. Blitz is coming, and it's a screen to Josh Williams, but he's cut down short. The blitz came, and it was a great play call by the Blue Jays to just dump it off to Josh Williams, but the linebacker was there. Tom Sora made a great shoestring tackle for North Central to limit that gain. 4th down and 3, and the clock will run out on this 3rd quarter. Interesting decision to be made by the Blue Jay coaching staff. Do you punt to try to pin the North Central offense deep, who has had all sorts of success in that 3rd quarter, scoring 3 touchdowns, or do you go for it and risk giving North Central a short field? We'll see what they do next. 3rd quarter action coming up. North Central leads 31-24 on Blue Jay TV. The Elmhurst offense is back on the field as we're back for the fourth quarter. Luke Tanaka, delighted to be on the call. Blue Jay TV. You're watching Elmhurst football as this is a critical play in the game. 4th down and 3 from the North Central 46. Camilleri, 3 receivers on the near side. Williams also. Camilleri will roll to the near side, looking for an open target. He's going to run, and Camilleri is going to get the first down. Camilleri converts the 4th down for the Blue Jays. Another 4th down conversion, and Elmhurst keeps the drive alive. Very, very good play by Camilleri. I think a very smart decision by the coaching staff. A risky one, but a smart one as North Central ran down the field very quickly on each of their third quarter scoring drives, and there were 3 of them. How about 4 for 4 on 4th down for the Blue Jays today? North Central, 2 of 2. 6 of 6 are the 2 teams combined on 4th down. Camilleri, same formation, just the receivers are to the far side, and Williams straight up the middle, but didn't get much. Nice job by the North Central defensive line. Lots of pressure. Saggs was in. That's Tyrone Saggs, defensive lineman, a freshman. Check that, Suggs, I believe is the last name. Tyrone Suggs, 6'2", 272-pound defensive lineman, and a freshman who checks out for this one, a substitute defensive lineman, is able to make the play on Williams, limit him to just a 2-yard gain. 2nd and 8 for the Blue Jays from the North Central 38. Need to get to the 30 for a first down. Camilleri, 2-step drop, stepping up into the pocket, looking for an open target. It's Williams on the screen. Williams cutting to the outside, making a man miss. Williams down the sideline to the 10 and out of bounds for the Blue Jays. 1st and goal, Elmhurst from the 10. What a great cut by Josh Williams to the outside, showing his quickness. It looks like they're actually going to be spotted short of the 10. They're going to spot him at the 11, so it'll be 1st and 10 for Elmhurst at the North Central 11-yard line, and another red zone trip for the Blue Jays. And a critical one at that, trailing by 7 with 13:20 and ticking remaining in the 4th quarter. Skokna, Williams did a great job of shaking Skokna out of his shoes on that last play, able to get the sideline. Camilleri, he keeps it, and Camilleri, not a lot of room to give either to Williams or to himself. Monterubio and Sora, both 2 linebackers in on the play as North Central sent about 6 or 7 on a run blitz, and a nice call by the defensive staff, assuming that Elmhurst would try to run there, but now putting Elmhurst behind the chain. 2nd down and 11 from the 12-yard line. 12:39 and ticking left in the game. Elmhurst trails by 7 as North Central put up 21 points in the 3rd quarter to take the lead. Partenheimer, the lone receiver to the near side. Claxton in the slot there as well. Williams in the backfield. Miller and Bowers to the far side. Play action. Camilleri looking for Claxton. Did he get in? No, he didn't. He's out of bounds. Claxton caught it, but he could not get a foot in bounds. This is going to be an interesting call to look at the replay. No, he was out of bounds. Good call by the officials. Tried to get his left foot on the toe touch, but could not quite do so. Nice throw by Camilleri to put it in a spot where only his receiver could get it, but he led Claxton just a little too far. 12:16 remaining. Blue Jays trail by 7. 3rd and 12 from the 13-yard line. Camilleri with Williams on his right hip. Claxton motions to the tight end position. Camilleri rolling to his right, looking to throw back to his left. Claxton making one man miss, trying to move forward, but North Central swarms, and Elmhurst will be forced into a 4th down. Claxton, his 9th reception of the game, but it does not get enough for the first down, and they will send out the field goal unit. 12 minutes remaining in the game. Brett Bayer from the left hash. Bayer been a solid kicker so far. His earlier field goal was a low line drive. Snap is good. Hold is down. The kick is up, and it is no good. It's wide right. Bayer missed it wide right. Elmhurst comes up empty on what was a really strong offensive possession. As that one, he just couldn't quite hook inside the right upright. So that really hurts the Blue Jays, not necessarily on the scoreboard, but certainly for momentum purposes. Obviously, it'd be nice to have a closer advantage for North Central, but now 31-24 in this North Central offense that has just steamrolled an Elmhurst defense in this second half. Runs back onto the field as confident as ever. Warden is in the gun. Brown straight ahead. Brown stuffed, getting hit multiple times before finally being brought down. O'Shane Brown does a great job of keeping his legs moving no matter where he is, and he is one of the hardest guys to bring down in the conference. 2-yard pickup brings up 2nd down and 8 as Elmhurst does a good job of bottling up Brown there. North Central, 255 yards of offense in the game. They only had 121 in the first half. They had that and then some more in the third quarter. Offense making some good adjustments and coming out on quick scoring drives. Warden back to throw once again under pressure. Brian Tucker misses a tackle, and nice job by Warden of evading one tackler all the way out to the 30-yard line and a first down. You look at the middle linebacker, number 49, Brian Tucker, coming in on the play. If he makes that play, it's behind the chains for North Central, but Warden makes him miss all the way up to the 31-yard line and a first down for North Central. Every first down for North Central runs clock. Clock is not the Blue Jays' friend at this point. 10 minutes and 40 seconds remaining in the game. Trailing by 7, 31-24. Warden, low snap, but he's able to corral it. Looking, throwing it up to the far sideline, and Sorensen, but it's incomplete as it was well out of bounds. Warden has not been as sharp as he's been in the past. Remember, he does lead the conference in quarterback efficiency. Today, 16 of 24, no touchdowns and an interception, but he's completed 16 of his last 20 passes. It's been very impressive since struggling, going 0 for 4 out of the gate. Check that. Sorry, I was actually looking at Joe Camilleri's numbers there. Warden 6 of 12 now. Randolph up the far sideline. Randolph has a hole, and Randolph all the way up to the 38-yard line. It's going to be 3rd down. It's going to be a short 3rd down. 3rd and 3 for North Central. And we'll call it 3rd and 2.5. From the North Central 39-yard line. Warden 6 of 13. 6 of 9 since missing on his first 4 passes of the day. Tillman is split out to the near side. Sorensen in the slot on the far side. Warden looking for the receiver, and Carr got there a little bit early, but no flag. Nice play by Marvin Carr to break up that pass. And North Central is now stuck in a 4th down situation. I don't see the punting unit coming on yet. Could they possibly be going for it at this point? No, here does come the punting unit. Punting unit does come out. They took a while to get that punting unit out. Play clock all the way down to 15. They'll have plenty of time to punt it. But it was confusing, and now Elmhurst is slightly confused, trying to figure out how to get the men on the field. So Stephen Ritter is going to have to sprint back to return this punt. Dom Zavalia with 2 on the play clock does get the snap off. And the punt is a low line drive. Ritter will pick it up and split the 2 defenders. Ritter heading straight back up the field will take it all the way to the Elmhurst 29, and that's where the Blue Jays will set up shop on offense. So interesting. Both North Central defenders went to either side, and Ritter was just able to run straight up the middle and split them. Elmhurst 1st and 10, 9:34 remaining in the game, trailing by 7. Joe Camilleri, senior quarterback on senior day, back out there, including 4 senior offensive linemen as well. All the other Blue Jay skill players and normal starters are not seniors, but 4 offensive linemen and Camilleri, who's in the pistol, takes the snap, dropping back to pass, looking over the middle, caught by Claxon, who got absolutely popped at the 50-yard line, but was still running, able to make the play. What a catch by Garrett Claxon. Boy, Claxon, and that looked like Zergable, excuse me, the strong safety came up and drilled Garrett Claxon right in the chest, and Ron Plans is going over there to congratulate Claxon because that was one heck of a catch. Able to hold on to the ball, 9 minutes, and Elmhurst has flipped the field now at the North Central 47. 2 receivers to either side. One is the tight end, Evan Lesky, who has checked in for Claxon. Williams in the backfield. Lesky comes in motion to the near side. Camilleri takes the snap, 2-step drop, doesn't have anybody to throw to, rolls out to his right, needs to get rid of it, and throws it away. He was getting chased down by Peter Mann, the defensive lineman, as you'll see on the replay, and a nice decision by Camilleri to get rid of the football. Blue Jays 24, number 18 North Central 31. 8 minutes and 50 seconds remaining. 2nd down and 10 from the North Central 47. The Blue Jays, after the long completion over the middle to Garrett Claxon, probably the pass that has traveled the furthest in the air for Camilleri thus far today. Camilleri's in the pistol. 3 receivers to the near side. 1 receiver, it's Partenheimer to the far side. Williams behind him. Camilleri back to throw. Has Williams as an outlet, and he'll find him. Williams cutting upfield. Williams to the 40, to the 35, and spun down by a couple of North Central players at the 35-yard line. Another 1st down for the Blue Jays. Smart play and good blocking up front by all the Elmhurst receivers. Miller had a good block. Bowers had a good block. Claxon was holding a block, and Williams all the way to the North Central 35. Yards after the catch, always something you look for this Elmhurst team, as Joe Camilleri usually does not throw the ball down the field. That's a similar take on both of these offenses. Camilleri from the shotgun and the short gun with Williams to his left. Williams with the handoff up the middle. Williams straight up the middle, diving forward for a gain of 6. 6-yard gain for the Elmhurst junior. Josh Williams coming to Elmhurst actually after originally going to UW Whitewater. Was there for some practices before classes started, wasn't a huge fan, decided to transfer to Elmhurst where his brother Scotty was a senior. And the rest is history, as Williams has made quite a mark as a runner himself. That's Josh, I should say. Claxon in motion to the far side. Camilleri pulls it out of the belly, and Camilleri's got some running room. Camilleri to the near side, gets tripped up beyond the 20-yard line. Sturzma was the one who made the shoestring tackle, but another 1st down for the Blue Jays. Camilleri went down hard, walking a little slower to the huddle this time. Another Blue Jay 1st down. I'm going to assume that the snap will come with under 7 minutes to play in the game. Blue Jays, key offensive possession. In the red zone once again. 1st and 10 from the North Central 20-yard line. Camilleri with Williams behind him. 3 receivers to the far side. Partenheimer, the lone receiver, to the near side. Pitches to Williams to the far side. Williams cuts it back upfield. Williams still going and all the way down for another 1st down past the 10. 2nd time they've given Josh Williams a pitch. 2nd time he's been able to get at least 10 yards on the run. 1st down once again for the Blue Jays. 1st and goal. continuing to find ways to get their best playmaker, Josh Williams, the football. Camilleri now first and goal once again. Last time they were in the red zone, they got stalled for a field goal attempt that Brett Bayer missed. Camilleri takes the snap, looking to throw. Instead, will tuck it and run. Running to his left, now cutting back to the left, and a touchdown! Ball came out. Ball came out, but I think they signaled touchdown before the ball came out. Touchdown, Blue Jays. We're going to check that replay one more time as it did. Yep, Camilleri broke the plane, and then when his arm went down in the end zone, that's when the ball came out. Good call by the officials. And so, with this extra point, the Blue Jays can tie the score with 6 minutes and 8 seconds remaining. Brett Bayer out of the hold of Tom Finucane. Hold is good. Kick is up, and it is good. And with the good extra point, we are all tied up at 31. The Elmhurst Blue Jays and the number 19 and number 18, depending on which poll you look at, North Central College Cardinals. Remember, huge game for both teams. Elmhurst with a win would finish second in the conference, and that's over anybody's expectations. Even third is over anybody's expectations, but to finish second in the CCIW would be just something that nobody really expected. As for North Central, it's the final regular season game of head coach John Thorne's career, and what a career it has been for him at North Central. Not only that, but how about NCAA playoff implications? North Central currently ranks 6th in the latest regional rankings. Should be enough to put them into the NCAA playoffs, but with a loss here, you got to think that would be no more. And this, with a loss here, this could be the end of head coach John Thorne's career at North Central. So 6:08 remaining. All reset 31-31 as the Blue Jays have played one heck of a game here against one of the best teams and one of the best programs in all of Division III. Brett Bayer, his end-over-end kick is in the air. Near side for North Central. It's Dean. Jordan Dean finding a running lane to the 35 and spun down all the way at the Elmhurst 38-yard line. Great field position for this North Central offense. Elmhurst able to gain some more momentum. They actually have 440 yards of total offense in this game. That's already more. It's even more than North Central averages, and North Central is the leading offensive team in the conference in terms of total offense. So now Dylan Warden back out there. Pulls it out of the belly of Randolph. Warden running to his left. Spun down at the 44-yard line with under 6 minutes to play in the game. North Central looking to chew up some clock. 31-31 is the score. Warden, this time in the gun, running a little bit of a hurry up. Tillman and Cool, the receivers on the near side. Sorensen on the far side. Warden back to pass. Doesn't have anybody open, so we'll tuck it and run. Sliding down after a first down gain is Warden. A nice play by Dylan Warden, knowing exactly where the sticks are and sliding to take the unnecessary hit. First down with 5 minutes and 30 seconds remaining in the game. Warden, hard count, now looks back to the sideline to see what the coaching staff has for him. Warden once again looking over, as does the offensive line. 3 receivers for Warden, 1 back to his left. 2 Wardens left. Snap is taken, handoff is to Randolph. Handoff to the near side, but a good job by the Elmhurst defense to stuff it at midfield. It'll be 2nd down and 8. Senior day for the Blue Jays. Final game of the regular season. And for the Blue Jays, Final game of the season, you'd have to think. North Central can extend their season with a win. Chance of let's go D from the Elmhurst fans. With 10 on the play clock, Warden looking back towards his bench. Brown will skip over to the near side. Snap is taken by Warden. Back to pass. Looking to his left. And he's almost brought down, and now finally brought down for a sack. Andy Warson, the Rover, number 45, on the second effort. Initially, it was John Eliadis. Warden spun away from that one, but he could not get away from Warson, who puts North Central way behind the sticks. 3rd and 18 from their own 40-yard line. A huge play by Andy Warson. Warson, a sophomore from Wyoming, Michigan, in Granville High School, making the biggest play of the game so far for the Blue Jays. 3rd and 18 from their own 40. Warden in the shotgun, takes the snap, hands off to Randolph. It's a sweep, and it's a reverse, and it could be a pass. Sorensen's going to throw the ball down the field, and it's going to be caught. It's going to be caught. Unbelievable. It was a reverse pass, and North Central pulls a trick out of the hat. And Brannick is the one that made the catch. Unbelievable. Elmhurst just cannot believe what just happened. And boy, looking at the replay, I was looking for some sort of block in the back or something. It looked like some sort of play in the backfield, but no flag was thrown, and North Central able to convert on the long pass. Sorensen to Brannick. Now Warden. Hands off to Randolph. Randolph sidestepping to the right. Able to make one man miss, and then dragged down by a couple of players, Billy Fiero and Jake Paulicki. Under 3 minutes remaining. Got to start running the clock if you're North Central. What an unbelievable play call by the North Central offensive staff. Peter Sorensen to Nolan Brannick, the tight end. Elmhurst could not get back quick enough. Sorensen made it a beautiful long pass. Dylan Warden. Hand off to Randolph up the middle. Randolph is going to go in for the score. Touchdown, North Central. There was just nobody even within a couple of yards of Randolph. That was an easy trot into the end zone, and North Central takes a 6-point lead pending the extra point. Elmhurst coaching staff looking for a block on the extra point. Zavalia's kick is chipped up and good. You could tell Zavalia on that one really wanted to get it over. He chipped it up more than anything, and as we look at the replay, Randolph once again just straight up the middle, untouched, for the North Central touchdown. So the Blue Jays will have 2 minutes and 12 seconds to answer. They need a touchdown and the extra point to send this one into overtime. But again, just an unbelievably gutsy play call by the North Central coaching staff. A reverse pass on 3rd and 18, and Peter Sorensen made the play of the game with an unbelievable throw, putting it on target for Nolan Brannick. But with Randolph's easy run into the end zone, it gives the Blue Jays 3 timeouts, 2 minutes and 12 seconds to make something happen. (38-31) North Central. Senior day for the Blue Jays. Key game for North Central. Final regular season game, I should say, of head coach John Thorne's career. And a key win if they want to be in the playoff discussion in the NCAA tournament. Zavalia's kick is end over end and a good one. Tyler Smith from the 1-yard line. Smith running straight ahead, and he's swallowed up by a couple of players, makes one man miss, and then dives forward towards the 20. So Joe Camilleri and the offense with 2:05 remaining and 3 timeouts comes out looking to tie the score, trailing by 7. They're going to need to go 82 yards, make that 81 yards to do so. Camilleri trots out to the huddle, the senior, on senior day, 5'11". From Sugar Grove, Illinois, and Canelan High School, Joe Camilleri leading the offense. 2 minutes and 5 seconds remaining. 3 timeouts for the Blue Jays. 81 yards to go. Camilleri drops back to pass, looking deep. He's got Bowers, and it's caught. Adam Bowers makes the catch. Bowers' second catch of the game. Just his 11th reception of the season. Flips the field and puts the Blue Jays with just under 2 minutes to go in North Central territory. Does it get any better than this? 2 receivers to either side for Camilleri. Takes the snap. Dropping back. Throwing towards the near side. It's Miller with the reception. He gets out of bounds. Past the 30 and to the 30. 2nd down and 3 for the Blue Jays from the North Central 30. They will huddle with 1 minute and 44 remaining and 3 timeouts. Boy, it doesn't get any better than this, does it? Down by 7. 1:44 to go. Camilleri, 20 of 29 on the day, including the long pass to Adam Bowers to set up the Blue Jays in North Central territory. Handoff is to Williams straight up the middle, and Williams is bottled up quickly. Peter Mann with the tackle. Clock is running, just about 1:30 to go. No urgency from the Blue Jays, or so it seems. Less than 90 seconds remaining in the game. No timeout called by the Blue Jays. Camilleri from the pistol, wasting a lot of time. Taking his time, now about 20 seconds since the last play ended. Still taking his time. Camilleri takes the snap, and he's going to run forward. Camilleri running, and he's got some running room all the way down to the 15-yard line, and now surely Elmhurst will call timeout, and they do. Check that, actually, 1st down. The clock will stop on the 1st down. 1 minute and 6 seconds remaining. Now the clock runs with 1:05, ticking down under 1 minute to go. Camilleri from the pistol. No timeout taken by the Blue Jays. 2 receivers to either side. Williams behind him. 1st down and 10 from the 15. Camilleri takes the snap. Trailing by 7. Looking to the near side, it's Claxon. Claxon tipped and almost intercepted. Oh, Justin Sturzba and Monterubio, boy, they both had a chance at that one as that ball got tipped up in the air and almost intercepted. Would have potentially ended the game. 44 seconds remaining. 3 timeouts for the Blue Jays, trailing by 7. 2nd down, I should say, and 10 from the North Central 15-yard line. Camilleri, they come out of the huddle with 2 receivers on either side. Miller and Claxon on the near side. Sanfilippo and Bowers on the far side. It's Josh Williams behind Camilleri. Takes the snap. Drops back, looking to the near side, looking for Claxon. It's going to be incomplete. Throw was really unable to make the play, unable to make any sort of play on that ball as the ball was thrown out of bounds. Smart by Camilleri to keep it away from the defenders, but did not give Claxon a chance to make the catch. Elmhurst with a 3rd down and 10. It's 4-down territory no matter what. 2 plays to get 10 more yards and keep this game alive. 39.7 seconds remaining, trailing by 7, 38-31. Camilleri in the pistol. Lone receiver on the near side is Miller. North Central showing blitz, now backing out of it. Camilleri takes the snap. Good blocking for everybody up front. It's intercepted. It's intercepted by North Central. John Skokna on the interception, and that just about seals it for the Cardinals. Camilleri throw a little behind the receiver, and Looks like Kaylin Miller is down and injured in the end zone. With 34.7 remaining, that interception just about seals the game for North Central. Blue Jays will be able to use all 3 timeouts, but even if they do and force a punt, it would have to be a Hail Mary attempt. And Miller down. Miller is the down player on the left side of your screen. Miller, a 6'1", 175-pound sophomore from Bolingbrook, Illinois, and Downers Grove South. It's his first year of collegiate football. Head coach Ron Plans raved about Miller, and he has all season. Plans actually recruited him when he was at Minnesota State. Mankato, when he was an assistant there, Plans was. He saw his potential. Really did a good job of, he ended up going to a community college for a year, worked really hard at that community college. Really worked hard on his academics. Plans stresses academics. You can see Ron Plans and trainer Ann Hutchins, Garrett Claxon, C.J. Barnes, Adam Rathbun's over there as well. Bunch of players over there. Adam Bowers now joining the crowd over there around Miller. And continuing with Miller's story, did a great job. Plans, as always, done great. As it looks like Miller is up. He's putting no pressure on his right leg. So perhaps a knee, perhaps an ankle. A tough end of the season, obviously, for Kaylin Miller. Joe Camilleri over there patting him on the helmet. So John Skokna's interception as we get back to the action. Skokna's interception with 34.7 seconds remaining sets up North Central 1st and 10 from its own 20. And Kaylin Miller, who is now injured and being attended to on the near side, has become one of the playmakers for the Blue Jays and really their big threat as a wide receiver. Warden takes the snap, hands off to Randolph up the middle. Up the middle, Randolph is gone, and that's going to be the end of the game, you got to think. Randolph just has to get down in bounds. He's still stiff-arming players. He stiff-armed Marvin Carr into the ground. And with 24.5 remaining, the clock will stop to set the chains, but with that first down, that mathematically ends the game and will seal the win and potentially an NCAA at-large berth for North Central. But Elmhurst will use their first timeout, if not to just extend the game a little bit longer and extend the season just that much longer. .5 will be put on the clock. And Miller has really emerged, and Kaylin Miller, who was injured on the play that John Skokna has intercepted. The pass was intended for Miller. Skokna stepped in front and was able to make the key play of the game for North Central. North Central will walk away here with a 7-point victory. Currently in a timeout, the Blue Jays' first timeout of the half. But with the focus on Josh Williams and Joe Camilleri in the running game, it's really opened up the passing game. Garrett Claxon has been the short target at tight end, and Kaylin Miller has emerged as the big playmaker. He turned a modest gain made a modest gain on just a slant route into a touchdown against Wheaton 2 weeks ago. Just caught a slant pattern and then able to run it 70 yards after the catch for the touchdown. Then he made an unbelievable one-handed catch against Milliken on a 75-yard touchdown last week. And North Central will set up in victory formation. Elmhurst can stop the clock. We'll see if they do or not. Plans is by the referee, but it doesn't look like he's signaling for the timeout. Clock running with 15 seconds left in the Elmhurst football season as it comes to a close in heartbreaking fashion with a loss to the rival North Central Cardinals. And It'll be a win for John Thorne from North Central in his final regular season game. But just a heartbreaking loss for the Blue Jays in a game in which they pushed the number 18 team in the nation to the brink, but just couldn't quite finish off the final drive for the touchdown. Blue Jays finish the season at 5-5, 4-3 in the CCIW. That'll be good for third. And for anything you say about this Elmhurst season, it is a success because of how much they exceeded expectations. Really hard to have expectations. Third head coach in 3 years. But to finish 5-5, 4-3 in the conference, win your first 4 games in conference play, and then really battle with the number 18 ranked team in the country here, right here at Langhorse Field, North Central. And North Central will finish the season 8-2, 6-1 in the CCIW, and will await a postseason berth. They will have to wait for an at-large berth if it's going to come to that. Since they're ranked 6th in the regional rankings, you got to think that they're going to make the tournament. They just have to do it on the road. Nice gesture from the North Central players coming over to give a handshake to Kaylin Miller. You can see on the lower right portion of your screen, Kaylin Miller, who looked like hurt his right knee, really struggling to put any sort of pressure on that leg. And his players will help him out and head to the huddle, which will end up taking place just over the left side of your screen. So some final totals, 38-31 the final score. Elmhurst 27 first downs to North Central's 19. Rushing yards, North Central beat out the Blue Jays 251 to 213. Passing yards, Elmhurst 294. And how about the performance of Joe Camilleri today? 20 of 32, 294 yards, no touchdowns, but those 2 interceptions were crucial. And those 2 interceptions and the turnover margin, certainly the difference, as Elmhurst dominated in yards. 507 total yards for the Blue Jays, just 375. I say just, so that's a lot of yards for North Central as well. But the 2 turnovers are really what made this game the result it is, a 35-31 win for North Central. Other stats for North Central, 16 carries, 103 yards, and 2 touchdowns for O'Shane Brown. Matt Randolph as well at running back for North Central. As we zoom in on the Blue Jay huddle that's taking place on the left side of the field. Randolph, 9 carries, 80 yards, for 1 touchdown. The key play of the game, 2 key plays of the game you'd have to say, the reverse pass, Peter Sorensen on the reverse pass, completing the pass to Brannick for 42 yards. He completed that pass, and then obviously the interception by John Skokna in the end zone to essentially seal this game. As for the Blue Jays, Josh Williams, 19 carries, 101 yards, 2 touchdowns. Joe Camilleri, along with his 294 yards passing, also had 20 carries for 99 yards and 2 touchdowns. Thank you for tuning in all season long for Elmhurst football on Blue Jay TV. Blue Jay season ends in heartbreaking fashion, a 38-31 loss to North Central. But thank you for your support, and we hope you support the winter sports as they start up tomorrow right here on Blue Jay TV, 1 o'clock and 3 o'clock basketball games right here. So from Langhorse Field, so long. This has been Luke Tanaka on the call, and we will see you next time.